Oh
How y'all
my
feel,
God.
man? Yeah, we're back.
my goodness.
We're back. We're back again. Sit and Politic boys in the building, vibing. You see Bill's in the building. I think you got some extra features. We're not gonna talk about why that is, but Bill's came through clutch, your boy up. Deuce Andretti, and then we got Spoo back in the building.
Smoke.
That's right. We're going to be going into all these different videos. You check the title. We got Jubilee things. Definitely going to get into some conversations there. We got some like crime shit going on. And then I have a little vegan debate. I don't know how y'all, if anybody has any strong feelings, but I just want to throw this out there so y'all can intellectually think about it before we get to the video. Do you think that eating meat is unethical? Okay, so regardless of whether you do or not, I'm curious your guys' opinion on that. We're going to watch a whole video on that. So, but the first thing we wanted to go ahead and do here, let me check it out. Actually, now let's get into the Jubilee shit right off the bat, because I know that's going to be flagrant.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I'm gay. I'm gay.
I'm gay.
And Deuce Andrea, I just saw you take a big deep breath, brother. So this right here, by the way, this is gonna be 5 gay dudes, and there's gonna be 1 undercover hetero of the group, and yeah, they're doing the thing. There's 1 mole here.
When did everyone realize they were gay?
So interesting.
Well, actually, here, time out. I feel like we need to get, this is an important part that I missed. We need to get all of the proclamations of, you know, like their sexuality here. So I'm gonna run through that one more time. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Sit and Politic. We're back after a week off, vibing with the boys here. So let's go.
I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay.
Oh.
I'm gay.
Dude in the red jacket. That back.
When did everyone realize
You know, if the guy in the red jacket is faking the funk, it's so disrespectful.
Yeah, that's why I think it is, because he seems to be a little extra. I'm gonna go with him. Off
That would be nuts.
gay?
All right, can you hear me?
Probably like end of high school after my first relationship. It was a girl, and it was just not for me.
I think for me, it was in middle school. It was like before puberty. So I was just kind of figuring things out for myself. And also other kids were understanding too. So that really helped me to find myself when I would talk about it.
And it's just pissing me off.
15.
Oh.
So I know exactly when it was. I grew up in a very religious home, and I too was in relationships with girls. So what I did was I hid myself for a long time. So I'm trying not to tear up. It wasn't until the pandemic when I came out to my little brother.
I actually knew when I was 8. My grandma took me to see Mamma Mia, and if you've seen the movie, you know the beach scene, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I knew something was just a little bit off about me when I realized that I was more attracted to Sky than I was Sophie. I'm like, something about him.
You know, mine honestly is right after Twilight came out. Robert Pattinson, I don't know.
So
Yo,
good.
whose team? Whose team?
So good.
Of course, of course.
Hey, Deuce Andretti, what about you, brother? When did you find out?
Brother, that's when I was straight. When you know, I saw a woman.
Pattinson for sure.
just trying to get a baseline here.
I knew in middle school, like, there was something up with me. I was like, I like men. That's 100%. But I called myself bisexual. And then freshman year in high school, I was just like, I'm gay. Like, the way I feel about women is nothing like the way I feel about men.
Okay. I already revealed mine, but what is everyone's favorite celebrity crush?
Mine is also a vampire. It's Paul Wesley from Vampire Diaries. He was like
Okay.
my gay awakening, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well mine was Robert Pattinson, so I'm a vampire.
Yeah, we got.
Yo, gay men love men that suck.
Yeah.
It was there.
Ross Lynch.
Love that.
Something about that man is just, I just love Ross Lynch. Yeah.
Okay.
Prince and Idris Elba.
Mine right now, I think, is Pedro Pascal.
You're on the Pedro Pascal
He's so
train.
cute. Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Matt
He's
Bomber,
definitely gay. You have to
from
be
White
like
Collar.
technically.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the snake eyes is so
No, he's not
sexy.
gay.
Like, that's it.
No, he's definitely
What do you
gay.
guys hate about straight men?
Green top. Green top's not
No,
gay.
you got it. You're gay if you like
Green
that
top's not gay.
Yeah, like
70s
weird looking
porn
dudes.
mustache.
Yo,
that dude just really got famous. Like, nah, that dude's really man. That bro, you just came out like 3 years ago. What are you talking about? You know
See, I'm skeptical of any like the dude with the heart fucking sunglasses, the guy with the crop top.
The beanie
Those
guy's getting me too a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
those are red flags to me. You know what I mean?
Just
As
a
far as like
marine jacket.
as far as like green flags in this instance where it's like, yeah. If you're gonna be a straight man and you're gonna step in here and you're gonna dress like that, and then at the end you're gonna say, "Hey, I'm straight," all these dudes feel disrespected. Yo.
What's more disrespectful though, the crop top or the dude the red thing? Like if they're fake,
Brother. That's why the crazy thing is, I have to believe in my heart both those are real.
yeah.
I had to believe in my heart that both those are real. This guy to the left, that was a safe choice. You know what I mean? Like that looks like a straight man that wants to keep his job in the IT department at the end of this.
Right. Yeah. He said like, "Oh, I'm trying to play this undercover off real good." You know,
For
like,
sure.
but
The guy
he's
over here with the
professional.
pink shirt, I don't know. You know what I mean?
He was my
Maybe.
third guess.
He
I'm
looks
not
like
gonna lie.
something out of like Harry Potter or something. You know what I'm
Oh, this
saying?
dude for sure. He's a dead ringer for Daniel Radcliffe. If you know Daniel Radcliffe was from Vietnam.
Their inability to like take criticism or take no as an answer.
Yeah.
Come on, what are we
Like,
talking about?
what is up with that? Like, I understand patriarchy and all that, but still,
I know, like consent.
literally.
Their inability to have any sort of fashion. It's just t-shirts,
Just about to say that.
t-shirts, jeans, or like just basketball shorts.
You see those men who clearly use like the 3-in-1 shampoos, and I'm just like,
Oh my god.
how?
They brush their teeth with it.
Yeah, like, I swear.
Oh my god, this one guy had a
He just
2-in-1. I
fucking
did not
talking
even know
about
ask
himself.
what it meant.
Lucifer, I just wanted to ask you, so you said at 50.
What'd you say?
He stands gay, bro.
He just talked about him fucking self.
Maybe like the dude all the way to the
dude all the
right.
way to the right. Yeah, he's definitely he's faking.
Straight as
he might be the
straight as a
ball.
line.
Yeah, man, look at him. It's
I
hard
think the
for
dude in
him.
the maroon's faking it.
The red shirt or the red suit, like the red jacket thing.
Nah, the maroon suit.
Gotcha. I'm the same one. That's the first person I went with too.
That
Something
dude
about
is fucking nuts. If he's
You think he's stroking? You think he's piping? Bitches,
I hope it is him. I hope it is
You
him.
think he's piping bitches?
Yeah,
You
that
think
is the.
You think he's laying
Wait, what's
dick?
it say about us if we're getting this right or wrong?
Well, I mean, hey, you're a good judge of like character and whether somebody's lying or not.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
18 is when you knew, right?
Nice save.
That you were gay.
Yes, that's when I came to terms with it.
Yo, this dude's name
And you
is
said
Hold
like
up.
during COVID was when you told your brother.
Yes.
So that whole time he didn't know.
Okay.
Really? How did that feel for you?
Lucifer, fuck out of here.
Ricky.
Because were you guys close or?
We were, but I moved from Memphis when I was 18.
Okay.
We've been long distance for all that time.
I see.
He really didn't make a big deal out of
How
it. He
deep
just
in
told me that he
character
loved
you
me no matter what.
I see. Well, can I ask why did you not come out to him earlier if you guys felt so comfortable together with that? Or supportive?
Yes. So for me, when I was growing up, the thing that mattered most was getting married and having a family. I had to keep that facade a long time. I was actually practicing to be a minister in 2012, right when President Obama declared gay marriage legalized nationwide. And when I was in
I want to hear more.
Hey, have you spotted the mole yet? Well, hang tight because we're gonna get there. Until then, subscribe to our channel. And now let's get back to the video.
Hey, Cole, I'm trying to be on this shit.
Everybody listen to Cole, but then do that here.
Hey man, check that dude out though. You know what I'm saying?
that tank top that he's wearing is really tacky.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, right.
Very hard.
Just the jeans and the shirt.
Guy looks like he's from fucking Devil May Cry. Like, what are you talking
Good
about?
luck, guys. It kind of hurted a little bit. Kind of hurted.
Why do you think they were suspicious of you?
Mainly because I'm wearing just jeans and a t-shirt, but I look stylish and I look amazing. So
Yeah, gay as fuck. I think gay as fuck. I'll be
Lucifer, I
honest.
remember you were mentioning that like gay marriage was being legalized in 2012, but it was 2015, right?
2013.
Yeah, that's what I
2013?
thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like, yeah, because it was, I remember it precisely. I was on the phone with my pastor actually when that announcement was made.
He was running in 2012, so yeah, he would have.
Right.
So 15, 16? I'm bad at math.
I'm terrible.
Well, it took a while for it to actually go into legislation.
Gotcha.
So you can't say 2012, but if you're technically, yes, it did take a few years into that second term before it was actually registered. What are some things you look for in a guy?
Oh, creativity, style, and confidence.
Number one will be
He's
hygiene.
talking about a woman.
I bathe at least twice a day, if that's not more.
We're in a drought.
So,
Not anymore.
baby, please look. I gotta freshen up. So I expect that from someone else.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. Yeah, my boyfriend, or my ex-boyfriend. Yeah, every time I'd come in, like the room was just super messy, and like I'm really.
Anybody have a new guess? Anybody have anything else to?
I think they're trying to throw a curveball with this weird shit.
The green top. Green top is just
Straight
Why
as
Stripe?
can be, right?
Being hella quiet.
I'm adamant you are arguing for this fucking guy. He is
he's
so
just-
straight. My bad, Bills. What was that?
There's just
No, I
sorry.
said Stripe is being quiet.
Stripe is being quiet. I think it was funny that none of them, but I mean, I guess, I don't know. Like, I mean, if you're not like,
That small shirt
politically
pissed
involved.
me off. I'm not gonna lie.
It'll piss me off even more if he's straight, to be honest with you. Because, like I said, for me, it's just such a personal attack. Same thing with fucking
really
hard
big
eyes
on
over here.
bathroom cleanliness.
Crazy.
Yes, it's the last place you are at night and the first place you are in the morning. And most traditional
That dude is
men are
definitely
just
gay. That one.
dirty in the bathroom.
Yeah, right here.
For me, definitely
Yeah.
funny, and I mean, obviously, you have to look good. Like, that's non-starter though.
Mine is basically somebody that could just hang and vibe with me. I'm a very active person, whether that be like I'm going out hiking, I go out working out. Height doesn't really matter. I mean, haven't found anybody as tall as me yet.
How tall are you?
6'6".
Okay.
How about you?
6'2", but I have these on right now, so a little bit taller.
I love those, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
they're
They're brand
very
new.
cool.
They're Doc Martens.
Me too.
Look at.
I love ducks.
These are the brand new model. They have little.
Yeah,
hooks.
I
Okay.
know. I saw those.
Oh,
I
they're
saw
so
those.
cool.
Did we miss the memo that we were supposed to wear boots today?
Yes.
I did.
You know,
I do prefer men that are shorter than me, a little more on the submissive side.
We're out.
I hate the bottom.
Oh.
I'm just being honest. I guess because I was in such a controlled environment for so many years, I just have a way of controlling that space.
can we run down and say what we are? Like you already answered.
Yes.
We'll say bottom.
Top. Or verse. Top verse.
I say I'm a verse top.
Yeah, verse bottom.
He's definitely a bottom.
Yeah.
Ricky is a bottom for sure. You see what this man was wearing? Had the midriff and all.
Yeah,
Yo,
just
they're
six the right
famous
person for me.
because-
Yeah, I agree. I think it's very dependent. But honestly, like the verse comes in more so when it's with like hookups and stuff like that.
Well, baby, I'm a Scorpio, so like.
Me too.
Oh, nice. So nice.
Chill.
When Matt
Oh.
popped up Lucifer,
That was. I was like, okay, that was a little straight.
That felt very hetero to me. Ew.
Oh, and my other thing, if they're open to threesomes, because I want to do that.
Hey, say it to the camera.
What's up?
So dapping up is like you could dap up somebody too straight or too like or gay or something. What did say?
I like how they treated that with at least as much like venom as when people say like something is homo. Like when they said that shit was
So you was-
straight, they're like,
you saying
"Ugh."
that was too straight for gay.
Yeah, they're like no straight.
That wasn't a gay move.
Yeah, no hetero. That was some weird shit y'all did just now.
We all did.
He's looking
If
for
you're
the belt.
out there and you're open to threesomes, Lucifer is available.
I think it's better on paper. I just want to break the truth to you.
Really?
Because it's just another person. It just gets a lot. I don't
It
know.
is.
I just feel.
You know what? I just actually realized something. What if the person is not straight but they're bi? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that would be so stupid, bro. I would fucking be
That
mad.
actually
I'd write
be
a
a fucking-
letter.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up. He said, "I'll write a letter. Let me sign it." My
I
name.
completely agree. It's more of a novelty.
Just wondering
It's
how-
like a lot of
Yes,
this
Sitting
more
around
novelty.
or
Sitting around.
Yeah, one person's
waiting.
waiting.
When's it my turn, guys?
No, it's like
tapping out.
no, it's like 2 at a time. I mean, it's like great.
Oh,
Let's do a round of smash or pass.
Dominic fight.
motherfucker is talking about being
Michael B. Jordan.
fucking spit roasted.
Creed 3.
Oh my god.
3.
The Rock movie. What the fuck? No.
Big
I'm
ass,
sorry.
big.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Wait,
sorry.
that's so surprising to me because you said that you were a top, like you like being in control, dude.
That's how you know he's not real.
I can take you.
He might be a
People
super
shorter
bar.
than you. Wait.
Yeah, I am. But
The
I
Rock
mean,
is huge.
I've
Okay, I
been
got
I've been
you.
watching wrestling for a long time too.
Yeah, he's not gay.
Summer Shandy
Everything
tastes
about
like
this
beer,
dude is so straight.
lemonade.
I don't even know why.
Yeah,
He needs to explain to me what Hell in the Cell
Top
is,
in the
and then I'll let him know. if he's a true wrestling fan or not.
Yeah. What is a TLC match?
come on.
Answer now.
Now.
That's sus. That's ugly.
Oh.
Lucifer, get up out of here.
They're not gonna want to play no more.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I got a little ponytail in the back.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. Very
Oh,
good.
they bitches.
Oh,
They jealous.
Oh, okay.
They see I'm totally star power. They just didn't want to share the money with me.
Nah, you just
I'm
saw
not
somebody
someone that
screw
gets
me.
offended easily, but bitch, that offended me. I am offended.
Part of me
This is
feels
the
like
shit I'm
maybe he would
talking
tell the truth.
This
I think
motherfucker.
yeah, I think this dude's gay
This
for
makes
sure.
no damn sense.
Yeah, he's a
Look
good
at me.
motherfucker.
What? Do I look straight to you?
Fuck no.
Come on.
He said,
If you want to
"Fuck no."
drink food, you
Yep,
think that
that's
there's
bad.
potentially
You got a
still
point there,
lions
brother.
amongst
Now,
the
Mark,
characters
he
in
said,
the
"Fuck
box.
no."
Raise your hand on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, raise your hand. Just continue playing.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
So you four are confident that the mole is out. Is that correct?
I think so.
I can unconfidently say.
Yeah. These like my besties right here.
So that means the game has ended. If the box turns green, you have
All right,
correctly
hey, is the mole still in the box, guys?
No, definitely.
No? You think definitely?
in the box. Yeah, green tops in the box.
If I had a second choice right now, I'm picking the stripe dude, but I already picked my first one. But
That's
stripe
fair.
dude's giving me some weird vibes right now.
Weird by straight.
Yeah, like some yeah.
We're in
For
some
sure.
weird like parallel universe right now.
Yeah.
Where everything weird is heterosexual. All right, yeah, no, but I'm with you though. I kind of think the same thing. I think striped shirt is giving me kind of like,
the mole out, and you four will share a cash prize. If the box turns red,
$5.
that means the mole is still among you four.
I don't know,
And they
green
win
looks a little
the
guilty.
cash prize themselves.
Red looking mad guilty right
Are
now.
you guys ready?
My dog can't stop looking around.
They're standing game, you know?
Red is moving around a lot.
oh man, one of these motherfuckers.
I knew I was unconfident.
Don't
I
act
was
surprised.
unconfident.
Green top, baby.
I
Green
said.
top.
Why would I act surprised? This is one of you aren't my besties.
All right. So the mole has won.
It's green
And on
top.
the count of 3, I'm gonna have the mole step forward. 1, 2, 3.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
We're all the moles?
Let's go.
I think there was a mix-up, you guys.
Look at us. We are besties after all.
Bro.
I was very confused. I was like,
You had me with the fit, Ricky.
For real?
Honestly, yes.
Dude, thank you. Dude, this is my girlfriend's tea.
So we all
I
won
thought
and
everybody
lost.
misheard the question.
Nobody's gay.
What in the
Nobody's
fuck
gay.
was that? All these dudes were this.
I got it right. It was green top.
Yo, actually, no, Denzel was actually kind of right because he kept on saying different dudes were straight.
Yeah.
Dude, I took a step and I was like, are these
Oh,
people
no, he turned
stupid?
the
Like, why
voice
is everyone
off
else
right away.
stepping up? Like, I'm only straight. Dude, y'all are gay.
I thought that everyone was
Yo.
gay.
Have either of you ever been mistaken?
I gotta rewatch this now. It's
Yeah.
like,
And you really get to see how disrespectful motherfuckers are. Like, honestly,
Damn.
they should really address that shit. Yo, that's nuts. Lucifer, you're a sick fucking man.
Gay or more feminine?
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
For a long time.
I know. Every night, I feel like when I go out with my friends or whatever,
got
I
me
get
the-
hit on
the
by more
most.
guys.
Look at them, they're just like, they're all just sitting around like, yeah, no, I just love pussy so much. I don't even.
yeah, thank God. What the
And
fuck?
girls sometimes, and
shit.
it's
Dudes
very
have never
common.
bothered to
I
say
got
that.
mistaken for being gay a lot of the time. I'll be honest, I went on dates with guys because so many people were suspecting me of it, but I was just
wait.
like,
Hold
that's
on.
not me. After being on those dates, I was
You're
like,
not a
I like
mole,
So,
men.
hold on, he's a double agent, brother.
Yeah.
He
Looking
just
for
said-
every
he said,
side.
I've been on those dates. He's like, I like.
He
men.
really
He
won.
said,
Because he is gay.
This
Oh
was
my
a
God.
double turn. Holy
That's
shit.
That's a fact.
My
You know all
story
the
that
gay
I
people
was
right
telling
now are
was
pissed.
very
Oh, yeah.
They're like, they're not gay.
Well, and also like that's why every time I watch this, I always am like, who is like keeping it somewhat respectful, but then trying to stereotype.
That's
You
out
know
the
what I mean?
window.
This guy went, we went crazy. And then named
All we were
himself
missing is like
Lucifer.
this thing, like a little hand drop, and that was the only thing that was missing from it all. Honestly,
Well, you know what's wild? I'm assuming this guy's name probably isn't actually Lucifer, so it's like a Buck Angel situation where they have a alias. So this motherfucker, they're like, all right, so look, we're gonna cast you to fake as a gay man because that's all they were told. And he's like, all right, well, look, I want to go buy Lucifer for one. I'm gonna wear a red leather jacket. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to be the embodiment of Satan because I guess that's just like what
the gayest thing possible.
Gayest thing possible.
Genuine. I suppressed my alternative to being macho straight for a long time because I just don't fit the mold for the typical straight guy. There's always questions of is he or isn't he?
Fucking hell, dude. I've been training for this shit for a week.
Wait, what?
Bro, I FaceTimed all my gay homies. They were saying like, I'm gonna be a versatile because that's like the least sus, but it's also gay. Dude, I practiced walking, I practiced my fits. I was doing like 360 Snapchat videos, like, damn, do I look gay or not? Like, does my ass pop?
I work at Urban Outfitters. There's a lot of gay men. He helped me pick up this nail polish.
I think this is actually like a discovery for a lot of these men, I imagine. You know what I'm saying? I think they might have realized something.
Called all my gay friends, and I watched like a whole bunch of drag. I watched so much drag, bro. Like, and it's actually really good. So I would probably keep watching like after this.
I think my game plan was to just not offend anybody. I hope I stuck to that. Because I'm very inclusive.
I applied for this episode because, especially right now with the whole red pill movement, Aiden Ross, Andrew Tate, the toxic male influences out there, that it's very important to show like other men and especially younger men that are coming up into this world that it is okay to be feminine. Is it okay to express your emotions? Is it okay to be vulnerable?
Accept everyone. It doesn't matter what your looks, sexuality, gender are. Just accept everyone. Yeah. Everyone's a little bit different.
And don't be mad if you're not as confident as the people who are.
Like not jumping to conclusions and not like stereotyping anyone, letting them speak for themselves. Yeah.
I changed my lock screen to a dude as well, bro. This is my homie Nick. He's in the bed. I said, yo, send me a selfie with your nipple. He sent it. Yeah.
Do you hear this guy? He said he changed his lock screen to his homeboy. He said, send me a picture with your nipple out. What the fuck? Oh, man. All right. Well, shit. I didn't expect that. Wow. Although it does kind of make sense because I was like, damn, they're doing another one of these, like, 5 of them are straight, one of them is gay, or vice versa, whatever. I've seen a few of those, so I was like, damn, they're running the shit again. But it is always funny to kind of see people try to play a character, you know what I mean, and fit into whatever they think that stereotype is. So that's a good series. I get the crazy twitches in my eyes sometimes. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, this video right here, I definitely wanted to watch with you, Bill. So I'm gonna cut it on while we got you here and we're vibing. This is the Brandon Buckingham channel, and this is an older video actually, and I haven't seen it before. Where he's in Times Square, I think, and he just says that he meets a psychopath. So we're gonna see whatever that means and whatever his adventure is with this psychopath in New York.
From furry conventions to the Bellagio penthouse, the Buckingham Show has made it through 2020. And now we're here on New Year's Eve in New York, huh? And I got $1 pizzas.
No, I'd love to talk on camera. 2020 was great. I mean, I'm on military disability, so this year wasn't really much of a change for me, but this year was great.
2020 was a horrible year. We don't know nothing. Hey, yo, listen, they shut us down. Listen, we black. We don't want nothing but money. Stimulus. Hey, yo, they made me into a stimulus nigga. I scalp tickets. I need money. Open up. Open up, open up, Trump. Open up, New York. Hey, what we gonna say? Trump, he want money in the economy. Look at me, yo. I'm the type of nigga that want money. I want money. I'm for Trump. Hey, yo. I'm for Trump. Hey, yo, let's go for Trump.
That's Times Square. For the first time in 100 years or so that's shut down. We're not allowed to go there, but
New York! 2020 was the worst shit that ever happened to me. In March, I was a multimillionaire. Right now, I'm having trouble getting the money to get a McRib. FM Doom died tonight.
Rest in peace to MF Doom. From Zevlov X to KMD to Operation Doomsday to Mad Villainy. Boogie Bob.
Boogie Bob's in the house.
What's up? Shout out to the Action Kid. Right there, we got him.
Just continue moving. You are not allowed to stop. You're not going to watch the ball drop from here. Just continue moving north.
The United States has become Russia. Keep moving, everyone. What is this, 1984? What sort of Orwellian dystopia have we lived in?
How do you feel about 2020?
Oh, the best. I love it. I love 2020.
Romance.
I don't know. We have the best time.
Can I just say, it's all what you make of it, okay?
So 2020 is a very pandemic year. It sucks.
Hey, yo, y'all niggas is broke. Hey, yo, hold on, wait. Y'all niggas, y'all PlayStation niggas, man. Yo, I see you. Y'all PlayStation niggas. Y'all niggas need to end.
Yo, he's going nuts. This guy's he's just standing in Times Square just harassing people for fucking New Year's. And the dude got a PlayStation logo on his shirt. He's like, yo, I'm calling you PlayStation. He's walking up to somebody, yo, Polo Ralph Lauren. You Polo Ralph Lauren motherfuckers don't know shit.
And y'all niggas is fake. Y'all niggas is fake, yo. Y'all niggas is fake. We from New York.
We from New York. You know
hey, yo,
I'm getting
you getting money.
What?
You get money.
Yeah.
You go what?
Huh?
You got hurt up.
Yeah.
You got chopped up.
Shit.
You got chopped up.
Bitch.
I
understand.
Kids over here. You gotta move back.
We heard you, sir.
Officer, when is the last time you got pussy?
Corona, what you gonna do?
Let's go. Let's go.
We civil. But what do y'all think about this shit? Hey! I'm from the South Bronx.
Oh, yeah.
South Bronx.
And guess what? Guess what?
What?
South Bronx.
Scott LaRock anniversary was just this week.
Rest in peace.
Scott LaRock, BDP, KRS-One.
Boogie Down Productions will always get paid.
Boogie Down Productions.
Hey, you know I know.
Always get paid.
We'll take the wackest
We'll
song
take the wackest song
and make it better. Remember, to master, rhyming. Criminal minded, you've been blinded. Looking for a style like mine, you can't find it.
Clack, 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 clack.
This is the United States of America. This is not communist China. You know, we should. The police are limiting. They're limiting our freedom.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Well, there it is, Jabari. 2021.
We're in there.
How do you feel about it?
Fantastic.
I hope this is the best year in your life.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless you.
High five. Rocking and rolling, huh? Yeah, we're back. Happy New Year, my friend. We're going to the moon, huh?
I'm not a serial killer.
Okay, so here's the situation, right?
The first thing you're supposed to say, brother, when you want me to believe that you're not a serial killer is...
I'm not a serial killer.
You see his face? Brandon's like, what the fuck did he just say?
Yo, by the
This guy
way,
has the biggest chin ever. Go ahead.
these guys look like the same guy to me. Like, to be honest, they look like the same exact person if you just change their hairstyle.
The guy on the left looks like he was like being 3D printed as the guy on the right, and then was like unplugged like halfway through the shit. The guy looks fucking terrible.
How we I love how we jump straight to communist China. Yeah, they're like, hey, keep on walking down the street. They're like, this fucking country is a fucking totalitarian.
Watch the ball drop. This is fucking crazy.
We have a hotel room with one bed, and it's got about 12 square feet. All right, we're trying to fit 3 people in one hotel room. That's unlikely. It's gonna be like Tetris. I'd rather sleep on this dude's couch. It sounds like a better move.
I like you guys. Hey, do you want to have sex with the police? Do you want to have sex with the police?
What's up? Yo, what's goody? What's up?
Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year. Happy 2020. You already know what's going on. New Year. You already know what's going on.
Hey, would you like to have sex with the police?
What the fuck?
We shoot to kill, the young, the lame. We do our best to maim. Because all the kills, they count the same. Napalm sticks to kids. Fuck you.
Holy shit, dude.
Hey, you want to shoot some kids? I'm game, bitch. I love shooting kids. I love watching the life leave their child eyes.
All right, so how do y'all respond? Y'all are walking down the street.
I'm pushing it for that cop right there.
I'm honestly ignoring it, but like we're definitely not friends. If it's just like my homie doing this, I'm gonna be like, bro, we can't be cool no more. Bro.
This is the last time we're ever going out.
It's just weird, yeah. It's just odd behavior.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be Happy New Year's. You feel me?
Would you really ignore that? Hey, I don't know. I'd probably have to beat him up.
Depends on how close he is to me. Like if he's yelling at me,
I don't know if I'm going to physically do anything because the motherfucker like might be just waiting for something to pop off to pull out the fucking shotty out of his.
And I'm still not sure about the serial killer statement, so I'm not gonna test it this time.
That's
You know what I
also
mean? Like,
He did start out the relationship by saying, "I am not a serial killer." Very next conversation you have is him talking this wild shit. This is the kind of shit that gets you pulled down from YouTube, by the way, just so everybody knows. We do not agree with what this motherfucker is saying. I guess I should make that clear.
No.
Last time we were watching Kia Boys, they were acting like I actually want to go fucking steal some cars or some shit. Obviously, what the fuck this guy's saying is nuts. And yeah, Billy's trying
for learning purposes and educational purposes only.
Oh, clutch. Yeah, clutch. And that's why Billy needed to put feet and fucking hands to his ass.
Yeah, to
teach him something. To teach him something genuinely. I mean, honestly.
nothing wrong with it.
Gotta teach his ass a lesson.
Yeah, the hard way, boy.
What, you want to look at a dead body? Hey! Freedom of speech! Move the fuck out of the way!
I don't know this guy.
Hey, this nigga crazy as fuck. You would think this shit is a movie. This ain't a movie. This is real life. New York crazy, motherfucker. Best believe
that. That's right. It's fuel for the hatred. I am fueled by hatred, by the way. And it's not for ethnicities. It's not for human race. I'm just like, I have just so much hate.
That's comforting.
It's very comforting. Now, it's whether you choose to respond with it.
Holy shit.
I'll get you guys jealous of my knuckles. Oh! Because you can't use them, can you? Bitch.
Oh, sorry.
Tax dollars. Hey, I killed 3 people for college. Asshole.
Nigga, fucking serial killer.
It wasn't Utah that was attacked. It wasn't Wyoming that was attacked. It wasn't Northern California that was attacked. It was New York City that attacked. And they asked us to fight their fucking battle. And now that we're here, disingenuous, disenfranchised veterans of the Marine Corps, and they want to treat us like we're fucking garbage? Bitch, I fought your fucking war. I killed 2 children and 1 adult combatant that wanted to fight against us in the convoy. And they want to act like I'm the asshole when I'm the man who has a disenfranchised life and a disenfranchised existence because I chose to fight New York City's battles.
That's fucking crazy.
Why are you punching yourself, man?
Because I'm trying to prove that I'm stronger than people that can even take what I'm willing to deliver. Hey, you want to watch me eat cat shit?
Alright, I'm about to try to get in this place, alright?
You want to watch me eat cat shit? It's fucking incredible. But it's actually the nicest thing he said, like the entire time.
Yeah, the whole time. That's like,
yeah, that was actually like kind of endearing in a way. Paul, Paul says, "I take my LMAO back." And then Jaden says, "Commit this man now." Yeah, no, for sure. I'm not even sure that we can obviously believe his stories of war. Those may be completely figments of his fucking imagination. I don't even know. He was talking about a war for New York City or some shit. I don't know.
Utah, I thought. I don't know.
Who the fuck knows?
The government is trying to stop us from getting into Times Square. But you know what? Times Square is for everybody. This is New York. All right? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Yes.
You wouldn't chill out, yo. It's not that serious, dude.
You're all a bunch of bitch-ass niggas. Bitch! Semper Fidelis! Bitch! always faithful.
Videos get me anxiety.
I'm ready to fight, bro. Keep that rolling.
Rolly, don't get into a fight, though. I just don't want you to get in trouble, man.
I'm not gonna. I'm a Marine. I can get away with a lot with a daddy senator.
I just don't want you to get in trouble, though.
I'm invincible. A part of that you don't understand.
I really don't want to go with this guy.
I'm just saying, like, you want to get 1 million views? Go to his house.
Real quick, do you see the attitude, how it shifted? This guy's literally like, I don't want to keep following this. This is terrifying.
Well, he could have left at any point.
True. But I mean, you got the other guy they met. He's
Do for content.
Yeah, he's giving him that good encouraging, because honestly, it's a good thing this guy escorted him on camera all the way home. So he couldn't just do whatever the fuck he would have done. Like, you see, he's all over the goddamn place. Paul said, why 2 children? Yeah, I don't even know. I really don't even know what to believe at all from this guy's mouth. He's psychotic. Jade Spade says, here comes the brigade. And Paul says, cocaine, vodka, LSD cocktail. Yeah, no, that's pretty much how you.
And that was just in the morning. That was for breakfast.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh, definitely. I mean, whew.
We have to get serious. We need to get out of here.
I only play the games that I win at and stay the same. With more rhymes than it's ways to skin cats. As a matter of fact, let me rephrase. With more rhymes and ways to fillet felines in these days. Watch the path of the black one. He the villain, he rep club for death. And the death is stupid chillin'.
I murdered 2 children and 1 adult and a sniper in Iraq. You guys suck.
Cool, thanks. Appreciate it.
That was not a Wyoming issue. That was not a Utah issue.
Happy New Year.
That was a New York issue. And you guys failed.
Happy New Year.
Bitch.
Happy New Year.
Bitch.
Dude, I'm straight up scared right now.
Hey, yo, you at least got 13K. Like, at least like you ain't a nobody.
Happy New Year, you guys.
Happy New Year.
God bless.
Thank you. You too, man. Stay safe.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude's pissing in there.
Hey, by the way, I know I sound like an asshole and no one wants to pay attention to me, but I feel like it's very important to me that you guys know that I like to eat cat shit. Hey, you want to watch me eat cat shit? Huh? Huh?
Shut the fuck up. Stop it. Stop.
You shut up.
I knocked the living sense out of you, dog. Just because I love to hurt people. 1st Battalion, 5th Marines, Amphibious Assault Division.
From where?
San Diego. 2 children, 1 adult. I love, no. We're not talking about Alaska. We're talking about killing people. Marine Corps.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, man.
So the dude in the red had a gun. Another Marine came up and flashed a gun, told him to chill out. And no more subways are running. It's 1 a.m., so we're going to try to find an Uber.
Wait, my boy had a gun?
Yeah, there's one thing you have to know. Yeah, you have to. There's always somebody more drunker. You know what I'm saying? You always have to take that note whenever you're wilding out.
I got the gun. I got the gun.
Yeah, but you make a good point. In New York, it's like extremely difficult to get a gun. I think it's more easy now, but like 2020 especially. Yeah, I mean, almost impossible. These are the ones no one wants on the subway. Yeah, no shit.
Those are the ones who have to take the subway.
Love the little dude, by the way, is what Paul said. Yeah, no, 100%. You're right.
Where are we?
A freckle past the hair.
This man right here, this man right here at a car dealership would be nuts. That's a whole other video on its own. Give me the Suburban. I killed 2 kids.
Death leaves their eyes. Like, hey, dog.
I want the luxury package. You're a bitch.
The Kia Telluride. What the fuck are you talking about right now?
Yeah, literally. Oh shit.
He really does think he's the Joker, though. That's the weird part about this whole thing.
He's really going inside. It's crazy.
How are you?
Sums up my mood.
PS4.
Don't take the PS4.
I'm sorry, I'm broke. Yeah.
Gang, bro.
You know, I'm just
It's crazy to steal from a man when you know that definitely stealing from this guy is going to cause him to kill a person.
Yeah.
A fucking PlayStation.
Yeah, the PS4 is the only thing that keeps the people of his neighborhood fucking safe. Let's just keep it real.
Obviously don't know how to hang.
Where is he going?
But I know how much.
Oh, where's he going? Oh, just to pack my own bowl. But you guys obviously can hang so strong that when I go to leave to pack my bowl, you're like, oh, where's he going? Oh, yeah, because you guys can hang, right? If I was going to do something, it would have been a long time ago.
It's cool.
We're gonna sleep in your bedroom?
Because I'm going to get high with your friends.
You really want us in your bedroom?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. What are you going to take? What are you going to take? Oh, the shit that I would notice is missing? Yeah, okay. Pick your flavor. We've got psychedelic or gas mask. Your choose. Yeah, I'm a psychopath, but I'm a harmless psychopath.
Oh.
Yes. Alright, so what are we watching? We got TV.
Alright, Jabari?
Yeah. Go to sleep. Rest your worries to sleep.
Back is the invisible killer up on your screen. So get to
Like the guy up on Facebook, and this was the last thing he posted. Serial Killer Magazine. We are only aware of the serial killers who have slipped up. Was the last thing he posted. Jabari and I took the 8-mile trip from Bed-Stuy back to our hotel and got back at 6 a.m. Good fucking choice. Rocket and Nate stayed at the guy's house and said things got
next up in between my guillotine. Check your magazine for extra unseen. Mad niggas know what I mean. I come clean as a whistle, or filthy as my last pistol. Might get you now, bust. I get down to the bristle and burn. Say like a fish, but bust how.
Well, shout out to them. Wow. Well, yeah, I kind of feel like we got cheated out of the true climax there, which obviously was, group of YouTubers murdered by man in Brooklyn apartment. But yeah, that's something else. Have you guys ever had a situation with somebody that was so crazy like that it was like basically otherworldly?
Fuck no.
Nah, not in like
position.
Yeah. I haven't had a situation that like long and drawn out that was like that, but I definitely have had some. Especially
there's only one situation. We were at my uncle's house and we were all chilling outside smoking, and this dude came over. He was like one of the older homies. He was fucking hella zanned out. And he was like nodding in and out. And then like out of nowhere, we're all sitting at the table. I swear to God, right out of nowhere. Motherfucker was like this. He just goes, boom, pulls out this big ass revolver. And he starts playing with it. And at that moment, I was like, okay, this is very, very sketchy.
Yeah,
he just started talking to him. He just started playing with it and talking with it. I'm like, I was like, all right, cuz, you know what? I'm gonna get out of here.
You left?
Fuck yeah, immediately. The fuck?
Yeah, I had a guy. I had a few really weird situations when I worked at a gas station, with just psychos coming in there, wandering off the street, fucking nothing else to do but fucking harass people. One guy was actually kind of similar to this in a way where he was completely like out of this world, just fucked up. I remember, so I was dealing with a guy that was like hot off his his shift at UPS store. Straight, what could Brown do for you, fucking from head to toe? And guy walks up to him while he's ordering his cigarillos and shit, and he's just like basically like stacking fucking signs up on his right next to his fucking face, spitting on his hands, and then like stacking what we thought at the time was gang signs. The guy's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He's like, could you please do something about this? I'm like, bro, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do about that? Like,
whenever we would run around fucking like Seattle downtown, like we saw a bunch of crazy shit, but never really was like inviting. Like we're gonna go fucking follow these people. But
yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes specifically in that situation, I was just like the manager of the location, so it was just kind of like on me
to be there. Yeah.
At a certain point to deal with it. Yeah, he ended up when I like got him to leave the store. He went outside and he started walking on people's cars and shit. Yeah, I had to go out there I was trying to play it cool because he got next to my car. So I was like, okay, I don't want to overreact because he's definitely gonna hop on my shit and try to get me to react. And then yeah, he did actually end up getting on top of my shit. He got off my car and I fucking convinced him to leave, however, but he had headphones in the whole time. And then at one point when I'm sitting there talking to him, he takes his headphones and puts it up to mine and he's listening to like fucking Tech 9. And I'm like, fucking of course. Of course. Of course, fucking Tech 9 is the soundtrack to the worst fucking night of my work life ever. But he ends up, actually, this is not even any bullshit, but this was like next level, like what in the fuck. So I ended up walking away from him because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk away from him so then he can like, you know, leave in whatever. Somebody ends up saying like, oh, hey, there's a bunch of shit on your parking lot out there. So I go out there to check, like, what the fuck did this guy do? He literally dropped like a whole, like, what was it called? Where do you like used to do like, do you want to play Cowboys and Indians? And whatever the person would choose, like, oh, I want to be Cowboys. You like pick up all the Indians or whatever the fuck it was with all the cards. He did that to me, where he just left a fucking card, a deck of cards on the floor. So it's like,
I heard of the 52 shove pickup or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
52
called.
pickup. Yeah. So basically, literally like the Joker. He left playing cards like he was seriously the Joker in real life. And then yeah, I called the police and he left from there. And he was actually like standing in the middle of the road outside of the business. Like it's dark as fuck outside. It's over there like El Jobin area. So y'all know where I'm talking about. Like there's like barely any fucking street lights over there. And he's like standing in the middle of the street. You just see cars like pull up to him and like just like basically park in the middle of the fucking this busy ass street, and then he would like walk up next to him and they'd be like, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? This guy's really trying to get killed tonight. But yeah, of course, police ended up coming up there and he was gone, and they found him later on, and they're like, oh yeah, he definitely had some controlled substances in his pocket. You know, walking around with those things. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy at all. But let's see what else we got here. Are you guys familiar with the auditing videos?
Auditing.
Yeah, so people will go up into like police stations and be like, hey, we're auditing you guys because of like whatever, you're doing some un-American shit. By the way, I just want to run through these comments real quick. Jade Spades, drunker and curiouser. That's probably about me saying there's always somebody drunker. Paul, the commitment by the dude with the microphone is incredible. That's so true. So true. That man put his fucking life on the line every time he's speaking to that guy. And then Jade Spades said, yes, I've seen things. I'd love to hear some of those crackhead stories, Jade Spades. Good choice, Bills. Just get the hell out of there. Yeah. Twilight Zone, and he was in the Twilight Zone for sure. No, he was definitely in another universe entirely. But let's go ahead and pull up this audit video, and I'll introduce y'all. And y'all let me know.
Auditing America.
What's going on, folks? Auditing America, and behind me is the Kissimmee, Florida Tax Collector's Office. Last time we were here, we had a big issue. 2.5 million views on TikTok. Find us there, follow us on TikTok. Let's see if we've made changes over here at the Tax Collector's Office.
Still slow as shit.
Did you see the TikTok video?
For this?
Yeah.
Nah. I watched these because the guy that I worked with actually told me about these a while back. Where do you find these things? Yeah, a guy that I work with told me about these a while back. Usually what they'll do, and they even have these in Britain. Actually, my favorite guy, usually, in my opinion, I actually fucking hate these people because they're so like cringy. Because they'll just go into these places. And I have so much sympathy for people that are working like, you know, a 9-to-5 type situation. And to think of a person like this who's going, and the only person you're bugging is a person that literally can't even control whatever you're bitching about. You know, my heart goes out to those people. But that's kind of like what this guy's doing. They'll go into like a government building and they'll just like sit there and record until somebody comes up to him and says like, hey, you can't record here. And then he's like, what the fuck do you mean I can't record here? This is my First Amendment right. So, but the interactions are kind of interesting sometimes. And yeah, so this one is like, it looks like just DMV right up.
Last time we were here, guys, we have 2.5 million views on TikTok because of the incident that happened here with a security officer. Now, there's no security officers here.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off. I'd be like, quick, go home, bro. Damn.
Literally, yeah, me too. Yeah, I wonder what the other one was. I never saw the other one. I have seen a few where they're in Florida, where they'll like test police officers. Will be like, "What's the Sixth Amendment?"
I don't know.
I mean, police officer maybe should know. That's part of the argument that they end up having. They're like, these are the things that you uphold. You should take it more serious. Shout out Kenny Powders. Much love.
No te autorizo a que me grabes. I said, don't take me in the picture. It's okay, sir.
Don't take me in the picture.
I don't want to be in that. Okay,
Fucking love that accent.
People can videotape.
Inside an office?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm out of here.
Well, I'm trying to make them respect our rights. Last time we were here, we had 2.5 million hits on the internet. That's why we have changes now. Because you see, you guys are the bosses. I'm the boss. You guys are the bosses here. So, good job to her. What's your name, ma'am?
Sir, right here. You with her? Oh, come over here. Just go right past him, right over there.
What's your name, ma'am? That was a good job you did right there.
She's like, fuck you.
You see, she doesn't like me, but she still has to respect me. That's why she don't want to talk, but she still has to respect me. Especially if you've been living here for 25 years, like me, in Kissimmee. Yeah, they're gonna respect my rights. Especially at the tax collector's office. You know, the endless debt. Estamos haciendo un video sobre nuestros derechos constitucionales. La última vez que estuvimos aquí, 2.5 millones de personas vieron nuestro video, donde un oficial como ella me trató súper mal, puertorriqueña igual que yo, ya no está aquí, ya no tenemos un counter afuera, aguantando, preguntándole a la gente por las identificaciones, todo esto.
This is an interesting way to handle this. Because like I said, usually they engage with the person. So the fact that they're just letting him record and completely ignoring him in the middle of the room is nuts. He's just sitting there like, you know what I mean? Like doing this little monologue, probably like way more, you know what I mean? Like trying to make
that security guard in the TikTok video is probably fucking freaking out.
True, yeah, exactly. So it's like, this is just like, I don't know. Just filming a space.
Y gente que son patriotas, que hacen lo que sea por remover las personas que no nos respetan.
So he's gonna have to be like, hey, y'all have to let me back
en
there.
modo de paz,
Taxpayer.
documentando la visita. El caballero se enojó. Yo no estoy aquí para grabarlo a él. En ningún momento lo grabé a él. Ahora mismo estoy hablando contigo, no te estoy grabando. Porque estoy apuntando mi cámara hacia allá, porque mi responsabilidad como ciudadano no es venir a educarlos a ustedes. Es el deber de cada uno a saber sus derechos, pero esta gente que están aquí son empleados que se requieren que sepan nuestros derechos. Eso es nuestro deber saberlo, pero a nosotros no nos están pagando para saberlo. Nosotros estamos pagando para que ellos se lo sepan y nos respeten. So, el canal se llama Auditing America. Si nos quieren visitar, tenemos más de... Viajamos el país completo. Acabamos de llegar ayer.
He probably got 2.5 million views because a lot of Spanish people on TikTok, so he's probably explaining what's going on in Spanish.
Got these 2-packs in.
Unprotected. Pero estoy bien contento de esta visita. I'm happy today, guys. We made a change here.
We've won.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Right here. May I help you? You can help me right here with that. Thank you. You're quite welcome. Hello, how are you? How may I help you?
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Guys, find Auditing America on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Find us everywhere.
It's weirder.
Looks like we've made changes with the cell phone. We've made changes.
What did you change? So you can record?
You see, Florida is now a constitutional carry state. I don't know if you guys heard about that. It's a did you guys hear about that? The new law. It says it's
Now
a
he wants to bring a
constitutional
gun.
carry state for firearms. Well, it's also a constitutional carry state for video cameras. It's freedom of the press,
See what you're doing there?
such as the tax collector's office.
Yeah, that's a bar.
I can never record in your property or your business place or anything like that because the state of Florida is a two-party consent state. I would be violating your privacy if I do that at your house. So you're the king of your property.
He is the epitome of professionalism.
Out of courtesy, yes. But if we're talking about our rights, and if my main thing here is to do a video about standing up for yourself when it comes to your rights, then I'm really not doing it if I correct. But most people that are in here should know that, you know, recording is not a crime. Yes, out of courtesy, I understand what you're saying, but if I was to start asking everybody's permission to film, most people really wouldn't want to be on the video anyway.
She's
So
like, I don't give a fuck about
they
that.
won't. I just wouldn't have a video. You know, I don't take me. Imagine me trying to get consent from everybody here. I've been
Look
recording
at this right now. So honestly, that lady, how she handled it. Now this guy ends up looking like a dickhead talking to people. He's like, yeah, that would be too hard to ask everybody their opinion. It's like
I want to get my video.
Yeah, I want to get a video if I respected people and went about common courtesy. He admits and grants her the point that it would be common courtesy, and his excuse for as to why he doesn't do that is, well, that would be too hard. I might not get a video. So yeah, this like, I want to read a couple of these comments real quick before we get off this video. The security officer deserves a raise. I think I said that. She has 2 jobs. One is babysitting goofballs. Just stand in front of him and stare back at him. Have a standoff as long as it takes. Fight weird with weirder until he's forced to go home with his video camera. She is the epitome of professionalism. Just give her flowers and star that comment. And then Paul says, who at home has enabled this man? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the internet as well has probably applauded him for this, you know. Just the views is kind of like encouragement.
Our damn amendment.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's fair. What is he standing up for? I'm confused. So what he would be saying that he's standing up for, and like I said, this video is not a great example of it. It might be like this is a place that he's went before. That's kind of what he's saying, is that there's been some changes because I guess before when he tried to record there was some confrontation around that. The security guard probably tried to get him to try to prevent him from recording. And that's kind of what these guys are all about. I don't watch these videos ahead of time. So I thought just based off my previous experience with these videos that it would end up being something where there was some kind of like confrontation somewhere or another here. But this is actually pretty peaceful. So most of the time it'll be a situation where like next time we hop on here, I'll have to bring on the British guy. His name's he goes by AB, which is just Audit Britain, and he'll just like film like government buildings and stuff, and then like he'll be on the opposite side of the street, he'll be filming a government building, and they'll just be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing out here? And then, you know, the same kind of thing ensues, but usually they're a little bit more adamant that he needs to stop recording because it's a government building. So in this case, yeah, they've just done great. To your point, the lady's done a great job kind of de-escalating it and working around the nuisance of this guy standing in the middle. Into my point, that's why it makes him kind of look crazy at the end of it.
This way this whole time because I'm trying to respect you guys and them, you know. But this place, they treated me really bad last time. And you don't want to hear the words that came out of the security officer.
I'm bad on stopping this, but this is an interesting comment, so I want to share it in case y'all can't see it. Yeah, Jade Spade said in Indiana, they just passed a law requiring the public stand 25 feet from officers when recording them.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what issue. Issue happened to maybe make that something relevant to put into law. If there was some like obstruction of police. I mean, me, to be honest with you, Bills, I wouldn't say it's fair just because I think 25 feet, it would be very easy to obscure
the video
footage. Yeah, from like 25 feet out, or like, you know, provide an alternate explanation for whatever's happening in the video. So I don't know. That's a little tricky. But if it is for reason because maybe there was some kind of like somebody was trying to film and they were obstructing a police officer from doing something that they need to do, maybe there's a real good reason behind that. So Jada Spades, if you know, let me know. But I mean, just off the face of it, yeah, that seems a little problematic in my opinion. Get back into it.
Put it that way. Because to get 2.5 million hits is because something really bad happened. Not just me walking in here with the same attitude. I have a positive educational, maybe with bad jokes sometimes. But you know what? It is our duty as citizens to check up on the government and document our visit. So looks like we've made changes here. You guys take care.
10 out of 10.
You guys, thank you so much for being nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is all I wanted since the first day. You know, all I wanted was to come in and out.
Look at this dude right here.
Are happy. So not everybody's gonna be happy.
You look like Channing Crowder.
It is our rights that need to be
About 100
protected
pounds lighter.
before anything in these type of offices. You guys take care. All right. See you later. Awesome. Awesome.
Love it.
There we go, guys. Auditing America. Find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
All right, man. Nah, you didn't do your job. You're supposed to get somebody. You're supposed to get somebody riled up when you went in there, brother. Nah, not all this cordial shit. What the fuck we doing right now? Let's go ahead and there you go. This is something, man. Paul, I'm trying to hold this video out for you, but you did hit me and say you might not be able to make that happen. So I'm gonna throw this on here. I'll get your opinion while you're on here.
Politician in Indiana, in the United States, is making headlines this week by, well, exploring his identity.
A councilman is coming out as transgender and a woman of color. Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman. Since that announcement, he's received some support, but a lot of backlash. Many calling him childish, despicable, even calling for things like execution.
Yeah, that's always how the woke left responds, isn't it? You must execute.
By the way, how do you feel about this offer?
That dude's confused.
I think he might be trolling. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of this video, so I'm not sure. But just like off my first instinct, I feel like he might be trolling and trying to make a point, like an alternative point.
I mean, to say he's transgender and a different ethnicity, like what?
He's a wild boy for that. By the way, Paul said, I wonder how he reacts when his order is wrong. Oh, yeah, definitely one of them. That's a fact. Do we all agree with filming police officers at their job? I agree with that personally. So I wonder. I guess I'll ask the guys on the panel. Do you guys agree with that? Paul was asking.
Of course. Yeah,
of course. That's why they got them fucking chest cams.
Yeah. No, I feel
But also, I'm going to record on my phone, so whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, no, personally, I don't know if I will. But someone should.
What do you mean? Record if like you had an issue with so if you had an altercation with a police officer, you wouldn't feel comfortable recording that?
Yeah, I'm not recording myself. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on in that situation. Why am I even in that situation? And I gotta see how I'm playing it. I'm not trying to get fucked up. I'm gonna sit down for a little bit. I'm not trying to get fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Arrest me. Arrest me immediately. Don't fucking beat me up. Just fucking put me in handcuffs and kick my ass to jail. Put me in a cell. Do not touch me, bro. Please.
Yeah. I feel that. Definitely feel that.
Like, stop resisting. I'm like, fuck.
What about you, Spoo? What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think uncomfortable. I'd be uncomfortable with filming as well, but not because it's a bad thing to do, but just because of the consequences.
Let them die.
Yeah, I feel it. I think, I mean, really the police officer thing, the reason you get kind of like they're considered a public servant. So that's why, in my opinion, I would feel comfortable with that. And also just the kind of job that they're performing and like what's at stake, it kind of it makes sense for people to be held accountable in that situation.
The chances of me holding a camera and saying some slick shit is way higher than you holding a camera and just saying some moderate shit. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, and also to be honest with you, I think like think about it like this. Cops, just by virtue of how their job is structured, they end up not being on camera a lot, but most of us are on camera all day at our work. You know what I mean? And like filmed. And then if something pops off, then that film will a lot of times be used to, shed some light to the situation. So it just so happens to be police officers are operating in places a lot of times where they're not on camera, at least from they are from themselves now, because of a lot of progress that we've made in that direction. But so that's why, I think it's just another way to hold them accountable.
I actually might go live. I'd probably do that.
Oh yeah, go live is nuts. Yeah, get those. Then you're trying to get those subs up at the same time while getting your ass beat.
Hey, I'm first live ass whooping. That'd be fucking hilarious, bro.
Even if it doesn't, even if it doesn't do you any good, as far as you might still be in the wrong. At least you get some, maybe monetary gain out of it long term, hopefully. Then Paul said Channing Crowder, LMFAO. I appreciate that. And then Jay Spade said from Vice, Republicans in several states have introduced legislation and in some cases passed it that could ultimately punish people for recording the police. That's interesting. Oh, got you, sir. Hey, Deuce, glad to have you back in the building, brother.
Yes, sir.
Glad to see you finished watching your TV show and all that. You were able to lock in with us for real. You got the Gatorade, getting those electrolytes up.
Yeah, brother, I had to replenish.
Yeah. So this video, by the way, we have a Indiana senator. He identifies as a woman of color. I guess I should say she identifies as formerly a white man. So I don't know if you saw that part or not, but we're gonna get back into.
I'm gonna say I'm a fucking zebra.
I think
a fucking zebra.
I think he might be making that point a little bit. That's why we got to watch a little bit more of the video. But I kind of think that is what he's trying to do. He's trying to be you basically use the logic against itself in a way. So I mean, we'll get more into it. That's just my feeling. Why do we have?
I like him.
Why do we have to immediately? Why do we have to mock it? Obvious troll. I think that's maybe in relation to this video. Channing Crowder is pretty damn funny, and thank you for that, Jade Spades. And then Paul said Bills LMFAO. So you must have said something that was funny. Bills. You've been saying funny shit, man. You've been saying funny shit. Let me be clear. But
I'm talking about the police story or whatever. I would, man. They gotta take my ass. I'm not fighting shit.
You just get your fucking ass beat. No, but I feel like if you do take that ass beating, there's a possible payday in it for you. So just so you know. And then Paul said,
"Brother, they're gonna kill me."
Why do you say that?
Color of my skin.
Oh shit! All right.
Ain't no
you also,
me, brother.
Yeah, all right. That's
might get a little bag. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm gonna be with you, bro. We both gonna just come out that bitch alive.
I think Deuce might get killed. I think. I don't know. I don't know if he can handle. You know what I mean? That beating. You feel me?
Brother, I'm gonna pull one of their guns and
weird way to
shoot him.
I was what was I doing? I think I was watching wrestling with my dad a while ago, and every time a dude would come on TV, I'd be like, I don't think you could take him, man. I don't know. So that's just been a thing for me, testing that ego in random ways. So when dude says they probably would kill me, now I like to make it about his ego and the fact that I don't think that he could actually take 3 cops if it came down to it. I think he's a pussy.
Brother, I could take about 2. I know I could take 2. 3 on my best day.
Paul, by the way, Paul said dude has the Malibu's most wanted complex. I'm not sure who that was referring to. Oh, the how he thought that he was black, basically. I got you. Yeah. Think about the shooting of black men that were recorded close range. That one in Minnesota was captured by a passenger in a car. So yeah, in that case, I guess you wouldn't be able to record. All good. Yes, sir, Paul. I appreciate you for vibing with us. So Jada Spades actually is an interesting point. So that law being passed where you can't record police officers within 25 feet, I guess you wouldn't be able to record them if you were pulled over. Obviously you're going to be within 25 feet. So that's going to be in, you know, that's going to be covered in that law.
Nah,
So I
they
don't
can
That's a
suck
pretty
my
good
balls.
distance.
I'm recording you anyway. It's my constitutional right, and any fucking governor who tries to pass that is a piece of shit.
Well,
Freedom of
according
speech, freedom
according
of
to Jada
media,
Spades,
freedom of press.
let me see. Let me go back. According to Jada Spades, they said in Indiana this law has already been passed, and it requires public to stand 25 feet from officers when recording them. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's all right. And then it's going to go to the fucking Supreme Court, and they're going to knock that shit down because freedom of press cannot be infringed on. Constitutional right. They can suck my dick.
I feel you.
I will not be going to Indiana
right here.
anytime soon, brother.
Actually, Jada Spades. So yeah, they answered the question. This might have even been before we said that, but they said so no recording in your car at a traffic stop. That's nuts.
Yeah, they can.
That's
go,
interesting.
They got me fucked up.
Paul said, I want the evidence in court, so that makes sense. Jay Spade says, yes, black men just get killed. Agree. So agreeing with what you said, Deuce Andretti. And great content, guys. He said he's got to hop off. And then Jay Spades. See you, Paul.
Cute him. Now, he issued a statement after the furore, Ryan Webb. He said, after much consideration, I've decided to come out and finally feel comfortable announcing my true, authentic self. This is Ryan Webb. He said, it is with great relief that I announce to everyone that I identify as a woman, not just any woman, but as a woman of colour as well.
Oh,
I guess this
okay.
will make me gay lesbian as well, since I'm attracted to women. Whew, that felt good to finally get back out there and start living my life as my true self. Well, Ms. Webb's statement has not been met with the empathy and gushing support normally extended by the white community. Some have even demanded that he resign. They resign.
Yeah, he might have to resign.
Basically made a hate
said they
speech
resigned.
in his post on April 11th. And
He
I
might
feel like
have
he
to
should
resign.
Oh, he may
resign.
have.
And if he doesn't, I would look at county council to talk to legal and see what they can do about removing him, because he has created some hate and discord and divide with the transgender population here in Muncie.
He must be executed.
What do you think the population
He must
of
be
transgender
fucking
is?
hung by his testicles,
I'm not guessing.
by the highest oak tree.
I
to
guarantee. I
for
would
his
guarantee it's
sins.
under 100 people. I'm just
You
saying.
said how many what?
I was
How
gonna
many
say
what?
less than 20.
What's the how many? Because she said that he's stirred up some hate. This may still be true amongst the
There's still
transgender
new
community
hate.
in
There's
Muncie.
no fucking hate. There's no
So he
hate.
may have stirred up some of those feelings, but I'm just challenging them on the base of
He didn't stir up shit.
Like how many
Muncie.
people or whatever?
Yeah, Muncie can't be. I'm from Indiana. I've never been to Muncie, but I mean, I can't imagine they have more than 200,000 people.
I haven't checked this stat, so don't hold me to it or anything. I haven't checked it, but I read something that said that there's more transgenders than redheads in the world.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is
Swear to
interesting.
God.
Yeah, right. When you kind of put it in that perspective, it's
Yeah.
like, hang on. I feel like I've seen a lot of motherfucking redheads in my life.
But I don't know. But see, well, our country is the only country that even like really, well, not the only country, but a lot of countries don't let people openly even like do things like that. So it's kind of interesting.
65,000 people in Muncie, by the way.
Ain't that shit expensive?
Jesus, that's a big place.
What was that?
What?
Say, ain't that shit expensive?
Well, full opposite for like doing full operations, I'm sure is expensive, but just like getting clothes and dressing up is probably too much.
That's considered transgender?
Well,
Yeah, you
also-
don't have to like change anything about you necessarily. That's not.
See, but so there's no more cross dressing.
Well, no, hold on. So also hormones. I was actually watching a video on this, I think last night, where they were saying that hormone therapy is actually pretty affordable for the
probably.
Yeah, for
Yeah, of course it is. It's a pill. It's a pill. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Freaking hair.
Well, because you were about to make the argument when he said the clothes thing, you were going to say, "Oh, well, isn't that cross-dressing?" Which, huge erection.
It's just my League of Legends day. It's huge erection.
Okay, huge erection. Okay, nice. Well, you nailed that. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I think that your point is valid, but if you're gonna knock that point down with what you were gonna say, Deuce Andretti, which is, you're calling to that being cross-dressing, right?
But that would just be a man who's dressing as a woman, right? Like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what he's saying is happening.
Right, but that would be its own classification. If they're not transgender or don't have the dysphoria, then I guess that would disqualify them. They would just simply like being dressing up. It would be like a kink almost. Whereas
Okay.
transgender would probably have
Forgot
some
I
sort
can
of
turn this
feeling or whatever to go along with it of wanting
I
to
want
So
to
be the
make
other
sure.
sex.
Here, I
so
want to
here's
make
a
sure you're
question
on
that I
camera when
have.
you say this.
Sure
Hussein,
thing.
ready? Go ahead.
Here's a question that I have. So
Make you think there,
what
brother.
exactly is the defining moment of you being able to claim that you're transgender?
So I'm not even gonna
Because
sit here and hold you and act like I completely have an understanding, but it seems to be when they say so. And I know that's like even myself, I haven't wrapped my head around that, but
Yeah.
it's kind of when they say so. I know that's like how do you flip, but it's almost in the same way that how someone turned gay. Well, they're not gay. Like let's take someone in school that maybe you thought was gay and they never told anybody. You didn't know really, so you kind of treated them as maybe, but they're still straight until they told you, and then they come out as gay. Then you would probably treat them as such. So therefore, now they're known as. You know what I mean? It's kind of in that vein. It seems like, from my, observations.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like,
I get it. Dude.
we're running into a
He said,
problem
"What
where we're
is
having like
transgender?"
we're getting like fucking people who are saying they're transgender, and I just seen one where a dude said was like claiming transgender, and then he got around this young boy and like molested him, and it's just like you're
Okay, what
having
the fuck does that
weirdos.
have to do with anything? You
What
just
I'm
said two
saying is
things
we
that have
have.
nothing to do
Well, hold on,
with
hold
each
on.
other.
What I'm saying is like what I'm saying is like at one point, like what is the clarification? Because this dude just put on a wig and put on a skirt, you know what I'm saying, and he was claiming it like it's not.
Yeah,
He was a man, and
he could have
like,
been a
and then my thing
pedophile
is
without
like,
putting the wig on, though. So what's that have to
but
do with it? That's like
that's what
saying,
I'm point though. But
yeah.
he hijacked it to then do some heinous ass crime, and that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point is there going to be some type of clarification or
I think you
some
might
sort
have
of
that. You might have that issue all the time, but when
With
you take into
anything.
account, yeah, with anything, but when you take into account the idea that like your family is the most likely candidates to molest you and rape you at any age in your life, it starts to be like, well, that's the point becomes moot because it's almost like, well, anybody, your own family is like more likely to hurt you than anybody. Your own race is more likely to hurt you than anybody. There's just there's always going to be whack jobs. It's almost like, people, the mujahideen or whatever, the people that fight under Islam, we take them as the extreme examples, but there's billions of people who aren't like that. So it kind of
Yeah.
makes it to where it's not that big of a thing.
So, by the way, here, real quick, I looked up what is a transgender because I'm just curious. The first thing that pops up here on the side, I think you guys can see it. I think this is from Wikipedia, though, so we can go elsewhere if we'd like. But it says a transgender person is someone whose gender identity or gender expression does not correspond with the sex they were assigned at birth. Many experience gender dysphoria, which they may seek to alleviate through transitioning, often adopting a different name instead of pronouns in the process. So that doesn't say anything about having a transgender. That says that your gender identity. So another thing is, I think when we're growing up, how we grow up to think of gender is being changed right now a little bit,
Yeah.
and that's the word that's being really kind of like hyper fixated on in this situation. And when you're conflating in some ways like sex and getting really obsessed about biological sex in the scenario, what they're saying is that gender isn't necessarily like married to that idea of sex, which would be your like genitals. You feel what I'm saying? And like legitimately biologically, you know what I mean, what you are in that way.
a lot of cap in that rap though, brother.
I feel like they're trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
I think
Well,
go ahead.
No, I'd love to hear you have something. You're good.
I would just because I listened to a lot about this kind of shit. I'm not really like, I don't really have an opinion outside like on whether or not it's good. It's probably straight. I mean, if you want to do that, all good. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. But I think goddamn, we were talking about what the fuck was the last thing you had said? What was the thing you had said?
We were talking about sex and gender
There you
being
go.
different.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily that it's changing, it's just getting a little bit more defined. I think like as James mentioned, is that, when sex is a little different, like people will conflate the two, that sex and gender are the same, and there is a biological difference. I think the idea that like like if you look at a person, like let's say on Instagram or something, and you didn't know that it was a transgender, and you thought that they were a woman, I mean, you can't really deny them being a woman outside of you knowing what their genitals look like. So like until you know that, you would always treat them as such. So it seems that gender isn't necessarily the thing that is sex, whereas sex is a little bit different than the expression of gender. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. If we walk around naked, like animals do, essentially.
Yeah.
Other mammals walk around not fully clothed, or their genitals are exposed. I mean, we would necessarily see like, wow, you have a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't though. You know what I mean? And also, like, there's a lot of things that we don't do that things that we do that animals don't do, as far as like, just like.
Okay, well, let me say this.
One that you mentioned, wear clothes, is a great one.
So can
Yeah,
we get a clarification on when that word was entered into that dictionary?
What was this?
Gender?
The word transgender. When was that word? What's the origin of that word?
I don't know. I've heard of them since like the 1600s or something like that. But again, I don't have. Let me actually look that up. Let me see.
This is interesting. I want to know when this was originally entered into society.
I think it's been around for a minute.
I mean, it's interesting though, because I mean the technology wasn't even there at that point. So I'm interested to see where this.
Well, but because there's also always been, the technology hasn't been there, so it makes it safer to do this. It doesn't mean that it didn't exist before. You know what I'm saying?
It says transvestite was 1910, transsexual was 1949, and transgender was 1971, and trans was 1996, where it's like kind of like a completion.
That's actually that's like the last 100 years.
That's recent. That was like 2
it is
years
pretty
after I was
recent.
born. That was
Yeah, that's fucking nuts, bro. That's
Okay, but hold on, real quick.
So
But
it's
when you
crazy.
consider-
Here's one thing.
But when you
Can I say this
consider
real quick?
the modern, because me and Bills have talked about this recently, when you consider this, like when you're talking about how it is really recent, when you're talking about all of life on the planet, but as far as like actual civilized, as far as like actual civil, like, but that's only like 300 years. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
look
when we
at the
think about it.
evolution.
Yeah,
that was entered 2 years after I was born, and it's only now caught in traction to the point where it's a big thing in society. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that was
taken, like,
trans
3
as a catch-all.
generations.
Yeah. You're talking about the latest one. You're ignoring literally the one from the 1910s when they were calling people transvestites.
Yeah, but that's different. Transvestites were like child molesters or something.
No, it's fucking not.
I think it was just a very simple thing of probably people being born with both parts, and then the word sort of expanded as people, thought about it a little bit deeper, and they're like, okay, well, what if you just change your gender but you still had the parts? Would you not then? And then what does that mean? And then they define that, and then they kind of it's kept going. So it's broad.
Can we go through the definitions? Because I want to know what the
right
evolution
now.
of the word would be.
Look at the screen.
It's an experiment gone wrong.
I'm looking at the screen, brother. You don't have it up.
Yes, I do. Well, hold up. Let me make sure it's still up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it, but you got to get the view right. Let's see. All right. So transvestite is right here. Transvestite, a person who dresses in clothes primarily associated with the other sex, typically used as used of a man. So yeah, this isn't anything past that. This is just like the first term, and it probably is like just a little harsh. Like it sounds like you're talking about a monster when you say transvestite. So like, ooh, let's go ahead and dial that back a little bit. Let's
It sounds like a villain, bro. Like what the fuck?
What is vestite even? Matter of fact, I'm gonna look that up. What does vestite mean? Like break this fucking whole word down. I'm done.
Probably like a weird name for human or some shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Clothing. Vestite. What?
A person who switches what team root? What does it say?
A
person who switches what team they root.
Yeah, Urban Dictionary.
You fucking vestite.
That's what Urban Dictionary says when you're a fucking like shitty fan.
You're a fucking bandwagoner.
So it seems to just be an offhanded term to insinuate a clothed person. So it's just like a trend, like you're changing your clothes for another, to the other gender, essentially.
Well, if we wanted to trust a word sense dictionary, and it says this is a Latin term, I guess, for dressed or clothed.
Yeah, so it just seems like it's meaning like a person that changes to the other
Different.
gender's clothing.
Yeah.
So it's a
So then,
cross-dresser, old word for it.
well,
Yeah, it's
yes,
just an old ass word. So since about the 1910s, but even then, that was just when it was coined. So like,
Sounds
who
about
knows
like
how long? You know, in Egypt, I think in ancient Egypt, especially, there was some sort of like cross-dressing slash, you know, fluidity in the whole idea of gender and stuff. So I
we
think it's
know in
the idea has been
England,
around.
like basically, like men were dressing like women. Men literally were dressing like women in plays, or women weren't allowed to portray women in the plays. So I mean, that was something that was openly accepted. So I mean, you know, I
Can I
don't think
say a
it's like,
hot take?
yeah.
The
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but my bad. I'm
No,
tripping.
no. I think you said hot take, so I want to hear it.
Yeah. I think cross-dressing and all that stuff is fine, even in front of kids. Yeah, for sure. Minus the sexuality. If you add in sexuality, of course, if I played football, but I had lingerie fucking on with the football pads, like lingerie football, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be fucking mad. Like it has nothing to do necessarily with, you know, like Keenan and Kel. Have you seen all that? Like Keenan dressed up as a woman like 50 different skits, bro, and like we thought that shit was funny as fuck.
But
So
it's okay. I mean, it's
you
like
remove the sexuality
look how
part,
they're
I think.
dressed up though. Like he's obviously
See,
trolling.
but
when he's
I
dressed
wasn't. Yeah.
Right. But that's what, if you go back to what James was saying, like with the actors being people that, you know, just sort of dressed up because women couldn't, it was illegal for them to do so. If you keep on with
We
that
were
tradition,
desensitized. We were
yeah,
desensitized.
I would agree.
That's
I
what
would
that
agree.
was. That's what that was, man.
That's
That was
Yeah, bro.
desensitization right there through child media right there. See,
I
I'm
guess
like,
it just hasn't influenced me to want to dress up in any particular way. I've never wanted to like dress up as a
You know
woman or
what?
anything.
That's curious. I mean, that's a good way to look at it. It's like things in the past that's probably been exposed to other kids. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like the cartoons I've watched or grew up on was any type of this shit was kind of like now, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean, you certainly wouldn't
now
accept.
it's loud. That's all
Yeah.
it is. Now it's a little bit louder, but it's. I mean, everybody should feel accepted, right? So I guess you should have representation. You know, I just think it sometimes gets hijacked and goes a little crazy.
I have a question for you. So, as far as free speech goes, do you think that your clothing should be covered by free speech?
Yeah, but what does the TV have to do with clothing?
What people wear, if they wear, if they cross dress in public or whatever, that's what would have to do with their clothing.
Well, brother, you can't catch a lewd and lascivious in public, right? I mean, we can't just be out in the street buck naked, you know.
No, but cross dressing isn't butt naked.
No, I'm not saying it is, but if you're half naked cross dressing, then yeah, brother.
Okay, well, what if they're not half naked?
I mean,
what if they're just wearing dresses and they got all, they got all dolled up and they went to your son's school, to pick up their son. You feel what I'm saying? And they got a dress on and, high heels maybe.
Well, they're picking up their son. I mean, I can't tell them what to do with their son, brother. I mean, I'm just picking up legit. I don't have a problem with that. But what I will say, he comes in there. If he wants to come in there and some fucking
you guys going out of your way to become friends with the guy, that's fine.
Hey, bro, if he comes in there with a tutu and his cheeks out and his hoo-ha's out, then it's like, okay, brother. I mean, you come to a school, man. I mean, this ain't the strip club,
Oh, sure.
These days, I need proof on Alexander the Great and his bros were transvestites.
But that's any of it,
watch your brother. I'm getting the food from downstairs.
If you were wearing like your normal clothes and you wore jeans and then you pulled your dick out, then yeah, you would also be in trouble for doing that. And for the kids, so it's like that's a non-point. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really making a point there. That's not what.
No, it's
nobody's in support of that.
I'm giving clarification. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad you're not okay with that.
Where we're at here, But no, the
clear.
whole cross-dressing thing, bro. That's. Bro, people can live their lives.
You love it.
No one has a problem with people living their lives.
Got
man.
it.
Live your
I love
life.
it.
Have fun.
I love it. You love it.
What I'm
We
saying?
love it. It's all good. Let's go through these comments because we're falling a little bit behind. Jay Space is going in. I
Yeah,
want to make
there's
sure.
fucking 41 comments in there. God damn.
Let's get to it real quick. So since it was so this is about Muncie. So since it is a college town, there are some people that have some sense. So that was with I think we were talking about before. No, it is not just they say so as a joke, like this knucklehead in Indiana. So I think they're just responding to like they are trolling for sure. Yes, gender is a social role associated with sex, but is distinct from biological sex. Sex is male having XY chromosome, women XX. Gender is that men hunt, women gather. Oh, let me make sure I throw that up there. You're making some sense. And then we got clothes, plural, things worn as coverings for various parts of the body. So I guess this is the transvestite thing, maybe. Alexander the Great. This is what you were talking about, Bills. So Alexander the Great and his bros were transvestite and many gay. No problem.
Many gay.
No issues there. Yeah. Which I have heard that Alexander the Great read that he was gay, but I didn't. Which I mean makes sense that he would, because transvestite we read only means really cross-dressing anyways. So
I think gay means a different thing. It would almost be like saying X, Y, and Z was black. Like, what does that mean? Like, it means something to us now, but back then I don't think that they really thought of things in that same way. So when he's gay, even though he may have fucked men, for example, maybe it was different idea. It wasn't out of the same sort of love and marriage type of way that it is now. Maybe it was you hear the Spartans fucked each other.
I just had a nut, man. I just had to release my nut.
Yeah, out in battle or some shit.
Thanks for the release, homie.
It's just a different idea of it. It's not the same. It's not the same type of loving the guy type of thing. Which I guess maybe is
we don't love these homies, bro.
Thanks for that release, homie, is fucking disgusting.
A wild
crazy, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for that release, dog. Whoa, okay. Holy shit, that's crazy. All right.
I do feel you though. It's like a wartime. I don't know what the fuck. I'm glad I wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't.
The fact that we have that idea about it shows that it's a lot different, right? Because for them, that may have been a rite of passage in some ways. Some people just did that kind of shit back in the day,
I have
for whatever the reason
no
was.
understanding of it, but
Yeah, I mean, we're so far past it. It's crazy.
I was watching.
Reason, that's crazy. Oof.
I was watching a documentary on Sparta, and they said that this really isn't. It's really fucked up, but they said that that the kids, so the young protege would basically be the sex slave for
14,
the fucking for the warrior, and taking in his semen was taking in his strength type shit.
Yeah.
So it's you know what I mean? They really
you would think a gay erotica novelist had wrote The Past or something.
Yeah, The Past
shit is wild, dog.
The Past is fucking nuts. Yeah, so I mean,
quite literally.
So when you guys say, when we were talking about earlier, when we were talking about the word only being around from 1910, that's why for me it's that's more impressive than what we would give credit for, because what Spoo was saying, a lot of these concepts have been around for a long time, but really civilization where we're defining things, you know what I mean, in that way,
it's a luxury to be able to do this.
Yeah, it's really much newer. Yeah, definitely. So I mean, I agree with that. And then let's see what else he says. So I think some men have lost touch with their femininity. Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, I guess. That is sad. I don't know what that was in reference to. Yes, the Spartans were wild. So yeah, no, we're all in agreement. The Spartans were a little fucked up, actually.
No, the Spartans were fucking soldiers, and that's what they had to do.
Whoa, okay.
Wait,
hold on, Juice. I don't think you heard everything we were just talking about. So before you get in here,
I heard it, brother. I heard it, and I'm all for it.
I think the LGBTQ should have a little rebranding for the Spartans type of vibe, you know, and kind of get everybody on their side. You know what? Yeah, exactly. Have everybody on their side for that.
That should just be their fucking logo, just a Spartan helmet. The left-handed people used to be viewed as evil. Yeah, that's also true. Let's see if we can hop back into this video.
He must be cancelled. He must be fired. It's the usual predictable response. It was obviously a joke, but it was a smart joke. Because actually what it did was expose the farce of limitless self-identity. I myself identify
all right, hey, brother, you cleaning out the junk drawer?
Why shouldn't I be able to? You can identify as anything you want. Esther's cackle when I said that went around the world. Well, Ryan Webb joins me now, alongside Talk TV's Nicola Thorpe and Esther Cracker, as I just said. Well, Ryan, thank you for joining me. So I did chuckle because I had a similar thing myself, which you may or may not have heard about, when I did a similar stunt. But you were making the same point, I think, which is, if we really want to have a world where anyone can identify as anything, well, why shouldn't you be able to identify as a woman of colour?
Well, Pierce, you're absolutely right, and I appreciate it. I want to thank you for bringing me on the show. And as a fellow lesbian woman of color, I feel we have a deep connection here. But you're right. They've laid the groundwork. They set it up where anybody can be anything that they want just by simply declaring it. And, you know, that's what we're doing here. And it turns out that they don't really feel as strongly about that and believe it in their soul as they would make you believe, because I wasn't really as accepted in the beginning as you would think someone of my stature would be.
Yeah, and the reaction was unbelievably vicious. People calling for you to be executed. Of course, they wanted you fired. Of course, they wanted you cancelled, and all entirely predictable, because it's fine for them on the other side of this debate to identify as whatever they want. But the moment you dared to identify as what you decided you wanted to be for that day, all hell breaks loose. It's the double standard.
Well, predictably, the political left, they always implode on their own ideology. I've made a statement that I'm just holding up the mirror to them, and they're doing all the damage themselves. I've just stepped back, and with their own words and their own actions, they're just dismantling their entire ideology that they've worked very hard to build up to this point. And in my opinion, they've turned the clock back 2 or 3 years. You know, just a few days ago, all you had to do, if you wanted to self-identify as anyone as you choose, is just declare it. And it was a universal truth that had to be accepted. But now the truth is clear that that's not the case. Now I'm being told you have to do hormone treatments. You have to start dressing the part. You have to wear the makeup. You have to change your identification. So, you know, they've turned the clock back on their own movement a few years. And it's disappointing to see them give up so quickly on something that they said they believe in so strongly.
You know what, Ron? I had to chuckle watching genuine news reports having to report this legitimately, because how else could they do it without obviously disrespecting you, without respecting your right to self-identity, which it just made me laugh. Ryan, I appreciate you joining me for Piers Morgan Uncensored. Thank you. What are you currently identifying as?
I'm currently, at the same time, I'm still identifying as a woman of color. And I've said in a few other times, these journeys are often complex. And, you know, sometimes we never know where they're going to take us. We could end up right back where we started. I'm just riding the wave, and wherever it takes me, that's where I'll be.
Well, I wish you all the very best with your journey, Ryan. And thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Thank you.
All right. It's a good laugh. And watching the news reports was hilarious. But Nick, I can see you fulminating as you were listening to this. But why? Because just as I was doing, all he's really saying is, look, if we genuinely are moving to limitless self-identity,
we're not.
This is where it can go.
We're not.
Well, we are, though.
We're not moving to limitless
We are.
self-identity. There's male, female, non-binary. That's it. There's 3.
That's not it. BBC teaches there are 100 genders.
Genders is different. Genders is different. We're talking those.
What sex is non-binary?
Those. But somewhere between male and female.
It's not though, is it? That's not non-binary.
There are over 100 gender identities.
No, okay,
non-binary is not.
There are.
Non-binary is not biological sex.
The BBC and various other outlets have said. I hear the 72 genders quite often. That's just 72 different ways of describing something. You could also argue there's only 3 colours: red, yellow, and blue. But a mixture of all those make multitudes of colours. It's the same thing with gender.
But how did you feel,
male,
for example,
female, and non-binary.
how did you feel about an American cyclist, Austin Killix, becoming the first transgender athlete?
You're muted right now, just so you know.
A women's professional stage race.
Yes.
Right? This has caused complete outrage, and apparently the vast majority, you see, towering over the female competitors.
But who's to say that height necessarily gives you an advantage?
Clearly.
But a lot of people will say...
Because like all these trans athletes, when you look at how they competed as males, they didn't compete with anything like the success. So clearly they have a physical, biological advantage purely from having gone through puberty. It is indisputable. So anyone who tries... The moment I hear anyone on this side of the trans activist argument, I support trans rights to fairness and equality, but the moment I hear anyone on that side of the argument trying to defend what's happening in sport, in women's sport, they lose me. Because you're denying biological facts.
But do you know how many trans athletes that have competed in the Olympics?
More. But,
one.
Okay, so here's what you do with the Olympics. Let's remove any specific gender from Olympic qualification.
Okay.
What do you think would happen?
Well, that's...
What would happen?
What would happen?
Yeah.
Is that...
How many women would compete in the Olympics if it was gender neutral?
probably just as many women would compete, but on certain sports,
No,
yes,
they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
accept.
They wouldn't qualify. No women would qualify.
Okay.
Apart from equestrian and shooting, I think. Everything else.
You're taking it.
No, Nicola. Here's my point.
Your argument, but
there
you're
is a
taking it to the
reason we
extreme.
separate the sexes
There is
in sport.
absolutely yes, because men, generally speaking,
Because
are stronger
it's unfair.
and more. Because it's unfair on women. Yes.
wouldn't win any medals.
Yes, because it's unfair on women.
So why is it fair for people who are biological males to put their hand up and say I'm a woman and compete against biological females?
Because you're being disingenuous.
It's cheating.
They don't have to just put their hands up and say I'm a woman. They have to transition for 2 years, and for 2 years they have to be on hormone replacement therapy.
Can I ask a question about that? Because I feel, how is this in line with the doping, anti-doping legislation? Because on one hand, you have people like Serena Williams who actually failed a drug test for taking too much aspirin, but you're allowing biological males to pump their bodies full of all sorts of hormones, so their testosterone levels, which is not all women are, by the way, we're much more than just testosterone.
Exactly, I agree with you.
To be within a certain range.
Why
are they?
Well, Austin Killets won't be having periods every month, which will affect training, for example.
I don't have periods every month.
Well, that you're unique. I'm sorry. Most
women... No, a lot of women don't have periods any month if you're on your coil. Well,
right.
That's
but a lot of a lot of sportswomen have told
me
me that is rarely mentioned as one of the reasons why it's also incredibly unfair. But you just have to see Austin Killets towering over the biological female.
But let's talk about what was his name.
Clear of his
Ryan Webb. You know, Piers,
Yeah.
that Ryan Webb is not being genuine, and that's why the people on the left, such as myself,
what is the standard of genuine?
No, he's genuinely sending up the hypocrisy.
He's sending up the hypocrisy, as you were saying. You know, I want to identify as a black lesbian.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so nobody is saying that you can identify as a different race or you can identify as
Even though it's more logical.
Why can't
because
you?
race actually is a spectrum.
Exactly.
Sex isn't.
I actually had my DNA done, and I discovered I had no English DNA whatsoever, mainly Celt, so it was like Scottish, Irish, a lot of Irish.
But
and
then
a bit
this
of
is
Scottish.
genuine.
No, but hang on, I'm 6% Middle Eastern.
Yes.
So am I an Arab?
Yeah.
6% of you is.
I could identify as Arabic.
Yeah, but ultimately you are...
And yet you would say, and most Arabic people would say, what are you talking about? You're not.
Well,
You're born in England, you're a white guy, you're not Arabic, right? However, it's more complicated, far more complicated than biological sex.
Yeah, biological sex. Like, can you define for me then what is a man?
Yeah, it's an adult male.
And what is an adult male?
And an adult male is an adult male. It's a biological
Sex chromosomes, pretty easy to define.
chromosome fact-based thing.
But what makes
it's like I asked the Prime Minister of Australia.
chromosomes.
I asked the Prime Minister of Australia, what is a woman? And he replied,
Well,
it's
exactly,
an adult
and everything that
female.
comes with
This is
that.
not difficult.
But what defines a man?
Huh?
The chromosomes. Take
What do
any
they
cell
have?
in a male's body.
And what are the male
you can
chromosomes?
Let's play the Prime Minister of
You can
Australia. Here we are,
identify
look.
very easily.
What is a woman, Prime Minister?
An adult female.
How difficult was that to answer?
Not too hard.
He was just on Time magazine's 100 most influential list, named by Justin Trudeau the wokest human being in the history of planet Earth as the champion of progressive
I understand.
politics around the world. Even he understands what a woman is.
Yes.
You know what's happened to him today all around Australia? Absolutely buried with abuse from the trans activist mob who say what he said there was transphobic. Transphobic for saying a woman is an adult female. It's nuts.
Brothers, yeah, I mean, how do you feel about that? I'm not really sure specifically like what the argument was there in general.
There's a lot of conflation, honestly.
Yeah, they had a good debate. I mean, Shorty was definitely trying to stick up with the trans community, I think, right?
Yeah.
She was sticking up for him.
No, yeah, she and let me see the comments here real quick. The people in this, this is to do with the first part of the video, which was the guy saying that he was an Indian woman. The people in his district should get rid of him. That's democracy, goofball. This is why our roads look like war zones. He never answered what female and male are. Okay, yeah. No, I mean, I think one thing that definitely it's easy to confuse in this scenario is like making a conversation that's kind of like based in the rigidness of sexual identity or like biological sex and not be open to the conversation that's there surrounding gender, which is a little bit more complex in that way. So and to be honest, like to me, there's something gross about government officials like using their platform to do stupid shit like this and like just basically like publicity stunts is what that feels like in my opinion. So I guess you should expect it from a politician. It is pretty par for the course, but I guess I don't know. I expect a little bit more with what you might be doing with your time. So let's see here. I definitely wanted to run let's do our this is the main thing I wanted to do today with y'all, which was the blog era Jeopardy here. So we're gonna get into some hip hop here. All my guys on the call right now are all heavy hip hop heads. I remember coming up same time as you guys, and at different points in my life, I had shared this like passion for hip hop with you guys. So this should be fun to get into. And this is kind of like this would be our era a little bit, like Dat Piff and when they were dropping mixtapes and shit like that. Before we get into this, actually, if you don't mind, I'm curious if you guys have a favorite like mixtape era artist and who like really was your guy that you were riding with at this time. Spoo, I'm most interested in your answer just because I think I know it. But what would your answer be?
My favorite mixtape era, like the artists themselves.
Yeah. And if you have a favorite mixtape, that'd be sick.
I would probably say my top two would be Lil Wayne and Currency.
Okay, sweet. Okay, I honestly figured it would be Lil Wayne. I remember something weird, like a weird memory that I distinctly like remember from time to time with you would be arguing Lil Wayne versus Joel Santana in like 7th grade. I don't know why.
There's no way that Joel's was even close, but
well, I don't know why. That was my guy back in the day. My favorite artist for this era would be Currency. So that's dope that you throw him in there as well. But yeah, that's just a weird like hip hop memory that I remember from like school, having that debate with you where I was like, what are you talking about? I remember like asking other kids in school, like Joel's or Lil Wayne. And of course I was setting myself up for, at that time, Lil Wayne was at his hottest. Everybody's like, fucking Joel's who? Like, what the fuck? What the game's been missing, Joel Santana?
That was good though, make no mistake.
Oh yeah, well, but the thing is, he was more like a album artist. By the time of the mixtape, that was just like, I don't know. Really, it's hard to fuck with Lil Wayne as far as like being prolific in that era with all of his dedication series, the droughts, no ceilings. So he just went so fucking nuts.
I like Wiz.
Wiz was really good too, man.
Wiz was going crazy.
Less projects, wasn't as prolific, but classics. You feel what I'm saying? Like act like legitimate.
I mean, nobody can compare the mixtapes to fucking Wayne. I mean,
well, no, I think that you do have an argument.
Gucci, sure. But if you're talking quality,
yeah. No, go ahead. My bad.
No, I'm just saying Wayne is quality out of. You know what? I don't know. Jadakiss was crazy.
I think you can make an argument as far as quality goes with Wiz. He might have the most quality. Like if you're averaging out like whatever if you're going to give a score to every mixtape that they ever dropped and then kind of like say this is the average over his career. Wiz Khalifa with Kush and OJ. Yeah, Kush and OJ is fucking 100.
All the Cabin Fevers.
Cabin Fevers were fire. Taylor Alderice, fire.
That was super fire.
Yeah, when he stepped out on those mixtapes, those were like that might be his best bodies of work were in mixtapes. I don't know.
His first mixtape, Flies.
Yeah. No, he went nuts. Didn't he? I think on that one he had the Soulja Boy remix, the Turn My Swag On remix. Have you ever heard that?
Wayne or Wiz?
Wiz. Oh, and Bills might be frozen. My bad. I was looking at yeah, but I don't know if you remember that. He had like an acoustic remix to Turn My Swag On. Bills, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We can see you now. Yeah, do you remember you're all good? On Flight School, was that where Turn My Swag On remix was?
Yeah, and the my favorite one is when the school they have like that fucking hand beat that he raps on.
Yeah.
Or in the lunchroom or something.
No, yeah, definitely fire. Mac Miller's another one. Not to be. It's funny because we've only mentioned like 2 cities, if you consider mentioned 2 New Orleans artists and then 2 Pittsburgh artists, but that's just weird. But
Mac is hard as fuck too.
Yeah, Mac, because when Kids dropped, I remember that being something that like sometimes I tend to kind of like in a way a huge way that I judge albums from time to time will be like, did it encapsulate in a way like when that came out? You know what I mean? Like when Kids came out, it makes me remember everything else that I was doing at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I remember listening to that album while we were moving. So it's like that album had such an impression on me. It made that whole kind of like experience in a way more memorable. I don't know. But yeah, same thing with Documentary from The Game. This is off topic, but that's one of my favorite albums of all time. And that's an album that I remember what was going on at that time in my life based off the album. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is going, you know what I mean? Like crazy. But either way, I want to get into this so we can start answering these questions, get into the Jeopardy. We're going to do it along with,
I need more snacks. Hold up.
Yeah. Well, I'll wait for you. Actually, I'll just intro the thing. This is going to be from the Rory and Mal podcast, the new Rory and Mal podcast, actually. And they did some form of Jeopardy. I haven't seen the video yet, but I did see like the thumbnail and stuff. And yeah, I know it's to do with blog era, so it's going to be heavy on the mixtapes. So like Two Dope Boys era, hot new hip hop. If you didn't have these websites, you know what I mean, you were looking like a fucking goofy. 5-star hip hop actually at the time. I don't even think that's a website anymore.
Yeah, those were so fun going and doing all that stuff back in the day, looking for the hottest. Like,
oh yeah,
dude,
definitely.
It all comes from LimeWire. LimeWire really made something out of that era, man.
Definitely. Well, when I was in Miami and I was doing this collaboration with the Minds Wide Open podcast down there, so y'all go check that out and check out the collaboration. But when I was down there working with them, we actually talked. It's this video drop. I was like, oh, we got to talk about that because Bills was with me. We actually started to talk about this era of hip hop and the blog era, and it's like, damn. And also when we went up to this just has been a conversation recently, so I think this is kind of heating up as far as like when you compare the music. You kind of like blog era can stand up to really any era. When you're talking about golden era of hip hop, even so like the 90s. So when you're talking about DMX, Wu-Tang Clan, Snoop, Tupac, Biggie, all these guys, like this has in a way been solidified as the golden era of hip hop for a long time, and kind of seen as fuckwithable to a certain extent. Yeah. But just because of the mere one amount of music. But at this point with the blog era, I feel like it wasn't quite to the point of like oversaturation where like some of those artists were really still cutting through and making incredible albums. So like you have like J. Cole and Kendrick came from that era. I don't know if you would consider Drake might not be considered necessarily like a blog era rapper because he didn't come up in that time, but
blog era.
Maybe at the tail end of it a little bit because he was with Lil Wayne, no?
Yeah. No, I'm saying he may definitely be included in that. And I think, but Lil Wayne, yep, for sure. Lil Wayne wouldn't even necessarily be considered blog era if you were going off of when he got into hip hop. But when you consider his peak, in my opinion, I think that happened in the blog era. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people think that's more like Carter 2, which predates a lot of his mixtape work. And
what do you think about
I disagree with that. I think Carter 3 is the best Lil Wayne album and his mixtape. And that was right at the end of his mixtape run. If y'all remember, he went crazy. It fucking led up to Carter 3, and that shit was just monumental.
Yeah, Deuce, still waiting for that Carter 6.
Yeah. When's that supposed to drop? That shit hasn't dropped yet.
No.
Yeah.
He'll never drop that shit. Just like fucking Dre will never drop that fucking
Detox.
That Detox fucking album.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Reality is he probably already dropped that shit and just called it something else.
Well, you gotta think about it though with Dre with that Detox, right? I mean, he's definitely probably got some Tupac features on that bitch. Some unheard music. I know Ice Cube said that. He's got 2 songs like with Tupac he said he'll never release.
Yeah, I imagine he definitely could have some songs with Tupac, but you have to think like Tupac I think died in 96. So Detox is after 2001. So, you know, he might have some shit, but he also might not have some shit. to be honest.
Bro, he's the type of dude that just fucking saves that shit. And he'll probably release it once he dies, hopefully. His label will.
Did you see the shit recently? They said that I saw some shit that said that the last bit of Pop Smoke's music had been released.
Yeah, they fucking just drained his whole fucking catalog.
Yeah. That shit was
I mean, but he obviously, you know, not saying he wasn't grinding in the studio, because I did see a lot of like clips of him doing that, but you know, he didn't have enough time to really like do his thing, in my opinion.
Bro, he died at 20 years old. When you hear how young these motherfuckers are when they die, it really puts in perspective. Like, he died at 20.
Bro, they just get fame, just get money, and then boom.
Not even of legal drinking age, and fucking dies over stupid shit.
I definitely saw him with a couple bottles of Douce, though.
Oh, I'm not saying he didn't drink. That's why I specified, you know what I'm saying? Legal. But either way, you know what I mean? That's nuts. But let's get into this video right here. This is the blog era Jeopardy. And we're going to answer these questions along with Rory and Maul. And let's go.
For well over a year now. Signed to Ye for well over a year now. It's clear now. I'm going to focus on my career now. Who the fuck said that?
Who said this? Big Sean?
There we go. Rory's on the board again.
I was scared that was like a sci-hi.
Yeah, or like design.
All right, this shit might be like mid.
I'm not from good music.
Yeah, yeah. This is like, I think, like, I don't know how far into this shit we're already in, but we're definitely in it.
Did Alex Trebek ever drink on Jeopardy? I don't know.
He lived.
I mean, he had a problem. It caught up to him years later.
Thanks, Dick.
Let's go mixtapes 200.
Name the one song from J. Cole's The Warm Up series that is also featured on his debut album.
Anybody have an answer for this?
Cold World.
Hey, all right, good guess. Hey, y'all two not on camera. See, now this is a little bit of like a disadvantage that y'all are putting us at. Motherfucker got two different Googles up at the same time.
You already know, brother. You already know.
Yeah. Do you know?
Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah. Do you know any songs off the warm up?
Nah. I don't really know a lot of J. Cole songs by name. He does have. He has a good catalog, though, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used to bump J. Cole a little bit at a point in time on my work shit.
I feel like I never really saw you bump. That's what I was gonna say. I feel like you aren't really a J. Cole fan, but
it was a brief period in time, brother. It was a good 3 weeks. I was just that's all I listened to. And
you're like, oh, this is cool.
Like, he be spitting, but it's just like, you know, listening. You know what it is, bro? For me, it's like listening to too much J. Cole makes you hate yourself a little bit. It's like you're just not that cool, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I feel that.
Not really, but it's really just it's kind of, it gets old. It sounds repetitive. Kind of.
No, I feel what you're saying.
I don't want to shit on him though. He's very lyrical, but
it could be a little preachy from time to time. I can feel that.
Yeah, it's like, you know, he's trying to be your daddy or something. It's like, nigga, you know, you look homeless. Like, shave your beard.
Well, this answer right here, honestly. This answer right here, I don't know. The only songs I can think of I know were not on his debut album. It's like I can think of like Omen and shit like that, but I know those songs weren't on there, so I really have no clue. And Spoo, do you have any idea?
Someone just look it up, brother.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're about to give us the answer. I know. Well, I mean, Maul has negative 2,000 points, so I mean, I know, like, there's no shame in not knowing the answer.
Yeah.
Oh, bum! Lights, please. Should. Damn. No. No.
Lost one.
No. You might as well.
Dollar in a Dream.
No. Jeff.
Can't get enough.
No. Are y'all fucking serious? Like, seriously? Anybody?
In the Morning?
Hey.
That Can I Hit It in the Morning shit.
No, we should be clapping for that.
Fact check.
On the warm-up, and it's on the album. Yes.
No, it's not.
I don't care for these questions.
No, I want my points. I think me and Eric are correct.
What are you doubting?
Hold on.
That was on Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
The warm-up was before he even got signed. He didn't get a Drake feature then.
We all get 500.
All of us get 500. Yeah. Give 500 points to everybody.
Put us in the green.
Yes, I think that's only right that everyone at the table, especially you, gets 500 points.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody gets 500 for Julian's screw up.
There you go.
All right. Because Maul is losing so much, I'm gonna let him pick the topic right now.
Let's go.
They need to give fucking everybody 500 to make this shit respectable. Because honestly, what?
Do it, Maul.
I just want to
Do it, Maul.
Yeah,
I'll die for this shit. Fuck him up, Maul. Let's do albums for 500. Yeah.
What? Oh God, I hate this question. Go ahead.
Wow.
Well, I mean, say the question.
What holiday did A$AP Rocky's debut album Live Love A$AP drop it? Release.
What the fuck is he even asking? What the fuck?
It was in August.
He said what month? What day?
What holiday? I think
Easter.
Yeah, I think he just said holiday. I would say 4th of July.
Easter.
Yeah, it was definitely summer. I think it was definitely like, it was definitely June, July, August. Yeah, July. I say that because it was around August for sure.
Is this when he had the American flag in the background or whatever, right?
Yes, sir. With the motherfucking wing, wing shoes. What was that?
I'm not sure.
Well, Rick says the one thing is like that's the reason 4th of July sticks out too is because like one of his major aesthetics is the American flag thing. That's on like several of his album covers. So, but the iconic one where he's standing in front of the American flag and he like has the smoke coming out of his mouth and shit. That was the one that really put him on, and I think that was like summertime. So, that's where I'm gonna land on that.
Arbor Day.
Who?
Victory over Japan Day.
Halloween.
This man said victory over Japan Day. I think he got it with Halloween. Halloween, so it was like fall time.
I
knew it was down there in the bottom half.
Yeah, Halloween.
Y'all take nothing serious. Like none of y'all take
You got it
anything
right.
serious.
He hit the buzzer.
I was gonna say
Albums
our
for
birthday,
4.
October 3rd,
Albums for
but
400.
You were gonna say what?
I was gonna say he dropped it on our birthday, October 3rd.
Oh, you got the same birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Yes, sir.
Which artist inspired the skit at the end of the race on Wiz's Khalifa's debut album, Rolling Papers?
All right, you guys got an answer?
Snoop Dogg.
Wait,
It's probably Currency, actually.
Here, 236. So let's go back.
OJ the Juice Man.
Oh, the skit.
It says
Which artist inspired the skit at the end of the race on Wiz's Khalifa's debut album, Rolling Papers?
Okay.
Artist? Are they talking about like Painter?
Which artist inspired the skit at the end of the race? So the song "The Race" on Wiz Khalifa's debut album, Rolling Papers.
I don't remember that video.
Well, I do remember the song "The Race." I'm trying to think, what was the skit at the end of that shit? What artist?
Was it probably Fast and Furious?
Nah, I don't think so. Because
Ludacris, maybe Ludacris inspired it.
I'm kind of interested.
Snoop Dogg.
No,
we already said that already.
Amber Rose.
Okay, now you're being petty. Now you're being petty. You're just being
Kanye West.
Okay, now you come on, like no one's gonna get this.
Wiz Khalifa.
No.
But I mean, but yes. I think Rory gets it.
No, reveal the answer, please.
Well, that's a song.
No, the skit. Remember, like wake up, get downstairs.
Yeah,
that's the skit.
Okay. Nobody got it.
Maul, give me something else.
So they copied so at the beginning of Going Back to Cali for Biggie, he's getting like a wake up call. Yeah. But at the first they're trying to call his ass type shit, I think. And yeah, so I mean, I guess it's just like a homage to
300.
Who was the main A&R on Kid Cudi's debut album, Man on the Moon? So I mean, I don't know A&Rs like that, goddamn. But I mean, it could just be Kanye, maybe. Artist relations, I think.
Kanye's a good guess.
Sounds fancy. You said on Kid Cudi?
Yeah, Man on the Moon, his first album.
I'm gonna say Wiz Khalifa.
That makes no fucking sense. Okay.
It was Travis Scott. Oh, you know what? I bet it was Lupe Fiasco.
That's a good
What was
one,
that? Denzel's like naming people that Kid Cudi inspired. All right, let's go.
Play Pat. Who was the main A&R on Kid Cudi's debut album, Man on the Moon? Eric.
Plain Pat.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do mixtapes for 300.
Mixtapes for 300. Which basketball player co-hosted Drake's release party for So Far? Go ahead, Mo.
Chris Paul.
Oh, damn.
Was it Chris Paul?
Give me a.
Okay, I guess he was wrong. So, what basketball player hosted Drake's release party? If you guys have it for So Far Gone.
John Wall.
Oh, okay. That's a crazy guess.
LeBron.
Did you know that?
That's a good
Time.
guess.
That was a good. That was the time of the John Wall type shit. I don't know, maybe.
Oh, facts. Good.
LeBron.
Good guess. Yeah, LeBron's a good one too. I'm gonna say Melo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carmelo.
You got to guess.
I'm gonna say Baron Davis too. Baron Davis.
Baron Davis.
Since we're just throwing people out there.
Oh my god. Spoon, you got one? I don't know if you said something.
Oh, this is So Far Gone?
Yeah, So Far Gone.
I don't know, dude. I don't know why James Harden.
That's our 10th or 11th grade year.
It's
I
Carter.
don't know. That would be
Could it be
crazy.
Kobe?
That'd be hard. I don't think so, man. Because I don't know. Like I question. That's why I question LeBron too. Because I question how big of a name he would have been for So Far Gone.
James Harden.
I just know Melo was super tapped in. I don't think James
Harden
wasn't even in the league at the time, brother.
Was he?
I don't think so.
You only hang out with rappers. I don't know.
The only other option I was thinking was Shaq. I don't know why.
Okay, in Mo's defense, he was on one of the interludes.
Which basketball player co-hosted Drake's release party?
Co-hosted.
If you're wrong,
I'll buzz it again.
Okay.
Oh, Danny Dillon.
LeBron.
There you go. Maul, there are very few topics left. And I don't know if you answer all of
Nice. Duce Andretti nailed that.
There's, I'm at one.
There's
I
still
gotta
three.
take these seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 topics left.
Comeback begins.
Let's do a comeback series.
Let's go. Fuck it. Albums 200.
I don't like Rory's stance right now.
Name 3 of the female vocalists on Wale's debut album, Attention Deficit.
All right, so nobody can name
Gwen
3
Stefani.
female. Okay. Yeah. All right, go ahead. You're gonna give it a shot. I respect that. Go ahead. Gwen Stefani.
Fergie.
Okay.
What was the question?
I really want to hear you try to answer this, Deuce. I'm not even lying. 3 female vocalists on Wale's debut album, Attention Deficit. Actually,
And Alicia Keys.
Kelly Rowland, fucking Dej Loaf, and some other fucking broke ass rapper bitch that you can't afford a motherfucking.
I think Dej Loaf was out.
Stage Love definitely wasn't out. I have no idea, to be honest with you. 3 female
Dude,
vocals.
Should be,
bro. There's probably three fucking like street urchins that aren't even in the rap game anymore. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Street urchins. Oh my god. But Spoo, do you have a guess on here, brother? 3 female vocalists.
Nah, dude, I couldn't even begin to guess. I don't even think I know 3 female artists. Maybe I guess I could name now Ice Spice or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't even think I know 3 key songs.
That's
off my head.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
mean
don't know.
question right there. Yeah. I mean, Attention Deficit though, that was a pretty big drop when it came out, and Wale was going crazy during the mixtape era with like the mixtape About Nothing.
Oh, it's Wale? Oh yeah, fuck him. He's so trash.
easy one, especially for Rory since he loves R&B.
Marsha Ambrose.
Oh shit.
That's not her name.
I know, yeah.
Ambrose. All right.
Marsha Ambrosius.
One half of Flowetry.
There you go.
Okay, bud.
Rihanna, technically.
That's a technical. See, that's a technicality. I don't count.
No, so no, I'm not. That's not fine.
You've been scrubbed the wrong way.
Okay.
Oh, scrub her the right way then, right?
Yeah. Rub it in.
Contemplate. Rihanna is singing on Contemplate.
That's Contemplate is not fine. 2.
He lost. Can we just buzz him out?
Yeah.
So if I turn on Contemplate by Wale right now, Rihanna wouldn't be singing on it.
Well, it just says 3 out of 5.
Lady Gaga.
Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
I feel like he got that wrong.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Also,
he-
there's
he-
two topics.
He knows way too much Wale.
No, I'm for
Mark this read it.
I'm not here to correct anybody. I'm not here to make any noise. There's only 2 topics, not 4.
Are you here to make friends?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 4. What? We're fact checking right now. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
If Julian got another one wrong, 500 for everybody.
She's not featured on the album.
She's a vocalist. The question was vocals.
She's not featured. She's
Melanie
sampled.
Fiona.
So technically, you're wrong.
Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga.
This is bullshit.
And
Yeah, we had
Were you not listening?
No, what? Chriselle Michelle?
Yes.
Wow, run it up.
Wait, he gets the points after you put the answer on the screen?
Yes.
I'm telling you, this is a malarkey. This is crazy.
Run my points.
All right, so you got your points. You got 2 categories.
Wait, Jeff gets those points?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, give me more points.
He read the answer off the screen.
And by the way, not very
over there bugging with that for real.
This is a pussy.
well. I was like,
Come on, Jeff, give me some.
lyrics for 3.
Lyrics for 300. On which J. Cole mixtape is this?
Yo, but you see how he just went on with the con and they never took the points away from him though.
Honestly,
Gotta
though,
keep the
like
game interesting.
the dude right there with the Chicago Sox hat needs to take it off because he's a pussy.
This line from,
he's a
if they
cheater.
don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot them down.
All right, on which J. Cole mixtape is this line from? If they don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot them down.
Twin Towers.
It's not even a mixtape. That's funny. It's funny. All right, so no.
Bro, all this J. Cole questions, like nobody could be giving, like, bro, like who the fuck wrote these? Like,
I think we missed the other questions at the beginning of the video.
Nah, bro.
So we've got nothing but the J. Cole rounds.
Fucking J. Cole cock ride is what's going on here. They're endorsing this motherfucker so hard.
It is definitely a
Christ.
heavy endorsement. Okay, so then he had, I'm gonna say Friday Night Lights. I don't know if y'all have a guess. There's the warm up. Okay, let's get into it.
Friday Night Lights?
There we go.
Hey.
You want to fact check that too?
We need to. Mixtapes for 500.
Woo! I for real feel like I could win some shit like this, and one reason is because I wouldn't buzz in on the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like this dude in negative 1700. You're trying to answer some questions. You don't know what the fuck. That's like
He's not trying to win. He's not even trying to win.
That's like what you would do.
No, brother. I would be trying to win. He's just fucking sitting there getting fucking nose blasted in his face every time he buzzes in. Like Jesus Christ, he's not even on point.
You can't even afford to buzz in at this point.
Yeah, brother. Like you're drowning in load right now. You're
literally, bro.
you owe. It's like,
what if you owed Jeopardy that money when you left? They're like, all right, well now $1,700.
that's what they should do for all the slow people that come on there.
Oh, true. Yeah, don't come on here if you're stupid. Let's go ahead and see what the next question is.
Big Sean's Detroit has 2. Why am I here? If you're not going to listen.
These people have terrible taste in music. My goodness, what the fuck?
I gotta run that back a little bit. So like,
Big Sean
has 2 stories.
This old lady don't even like him.
Okay, so this I know this though. So one is definitely Snoop Dogg. Do y'all know the other one? I'm trying to think because I might be able to come up with the other one too.
Kendrick?
No, I don't think so. This is so just to help jog your guys' memory a little bit. This is like in the Detroit album. These 2 people come on and they like basically tell like a story about like a time they were in Detroit and like just
Nate Dogg.
I appreciate. No, it wasn't Nate Dogg. It definitely Snoop Dogg's one. Maybe Jeezy might be the other one. Maybe, but I kind of feel like I'm not right on that.
Snoop Dogg and Jeezy weren't.
Nah, it was Snapdog.
Was it?
I don't know.
No, damn it. I don't think so either. This is
It was
this
actually probably was
mixtape's-
white. Oh shit! Power just went out. I was watching
What
the
the
game.
Where do you live, brother? How about you fucking lock in here? Shut the fuck up, goddamn.
Go get my gun,
Stop
brother.
being a bitch.
Big Sean's
Bro,
Detroit
you gonna rock
has
and
2.
load.
Why am I
What was that?
I need to go lock and load. I'll be right back. I got intruders on my property.
Hopefully that's not true, but yeah, if you need to go grab your weapon, go ahead and do your thing.
Here, if you're not going to listen. Okay, I want to feel appreciated. Let me get it off. Big Sean's Detroit has 2 stories, interludes. Name one artist that tells one.
I can name more for extra points.
Wow. It's only 2.
Young Jeezy.
I can name more. It's only 2.
I think I might have, if he's right, I think I might have snapped and got both those shits.
Young Jeezy, Common, Snoop Dogg.
Name an artist that tells one.
Common, Young Jeezy.
Yes, you get it. Yes. So as we close this game out,
Common. See, I don't remember the Common one. Did he say Snoop Dogg?
Well, I guess
Did he
Snoop
answer?
Dogg wasn't on that.
Yeah,
list,
Snoop
brother.
Dogg.
I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, shut the fuck up, Enzo. Goddamn.
let's give a score update.
I need a daily double.
Rory's at 400.
Where is the daily double?
Yeah, those are done. Maul's at negative 1,800.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Why you put my business out there?
Well, it's on the screen.
All
right.
No,
And you're
1,800 is Lowe's favorite number.
1,100 negative, and then what are you at?
I'm at 1,000.
Huh?
So perfect time to let you know
he's
this
at
is
negative
sponsored by
2,000.
1,800 tequila,
Yeah.
like every listening event in the blog
That's
era.
right.
Guesses that were edited out. The scores were off. Low. No,
That's fucked up.
As we close this game out, let's run down the score in blog era Jeopardy. Let's do this. Rory is at 1,100. Jeff is at 1,000. These two are at negative.
You're Jeff?
He's.
This is Eric.
I'm sorry. My fault. One more time. Let's run down the score real quick before we close the game out. Blog era Jeopardy. Rory is at 1,100. Jeff is at 1,000. Eric is at negative 1,800. And Maul is at negative 2,200. I got it right.
Oh, goddamn. This is hard
You didn't
work.
get it right.
This is hard work. I'm going to tell you.
Keep that
All
shit
they're
in.
doing, you're hustling everybody.
That's an
You got it wrong again.
I got it wrong.
You got to go on my run.
All right, the blog era Jeopardy scores goes
Give me
as
something
follows.
that's in his cup.
What was that?
All the fuck ups. This is funny. I like how they just keep all the fuck ups and shit and don't really take it serious. I fuck with that.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a ton of fuck ups. There's no doubt. No, but this shit was fire. Definitely. I mean, this is something like
We
sort of
should do
doable.
something like this for sure.
Yeah. No, this shit would be fire.
Rory
Yeah.
at 1,100. Jeff at 1,000. Eric at negative 1,800. And Maul at negative 2,200.
Yeah. Bring it home.
Who with me?
Ball showed up.
He got it wrong again. He
How?
got negative 2,000.
No, I said 2,200.
I know, that's wrong.
Oh, it's 2,000.
And Rihanna was on that song.
All right.
You hosted this stage in front of 800 people. It's just Rosie.
Just Rosie.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get it right. As we close out blog era Jeopardy, let's run down the score. Rory is at 1,100. Jeff is at 1,000.
Yeah.
Eric is at negative 1,800.
Yeah.
And Maul is at negative 2,000. Yeah. Good, Maul. Thank you. Here you
All
go.
work.
Pick one. What you got?
Let's do mixtapes for 400.
Mixtapes for 400. What hot?
Come on, man. Jump in. We all know this right here.
What high in calcium beverages have?
Bombay lemonade, right? No, wait.
It's half today. It's just OJ.
Oh, there you go. My bad. I'm tripping, my boy. I'm like, what the fuck?
I was reading it. When you were saying that, I was like, I'm pretty high, but I think that the answer to this is just
Oh no, it is 100% the answer.
You said the tape earlier.
Yeah, Cushion OJ, fire, classic.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm glad that guy
Give it to Maul.
Maul, he got it. Just.
Oh.
Litter robot? Litter robot.
They fucking snap.
Calcium beverage is half the name of Wiz Khalifa's 2010.
Holy shit, this man can't talk.
Finish it. Juice. Yeah. Last question, baby.
All right, let's get it.
Lyrics for 400.
Yeah.
Finish that lyric. I don't love them. I don't chase them.
Fuck. Jeff's gonna win.
I don't love him. I don't. Oh.
You got it.
Oh damn.
Oh yeah, you did.
I ain't heard
Hose? That was personal.
That would be the
that was personal for him.
I don't love them. I don't chase them.
I fuck them and duck them.
Okay. There you go, picking your nose, you sick fucker. Nasty bitch. Oh, everybody knows now how disgusting Deuce and Trinity actually ended up with. No. So I'm glad the house is good.
What I missed, man.
I'm glad the lights came back on. So
Yeah,
right
brother,
now
we had some operatives come in here. I just put them in the basement.
you had to lay him down.
Yeah,
This is your
put 'em
alibi
in the
now.
deep
Got it.
freezer.
Yeah, got it. Okay, you're on the call
We
with us the
gotta
whole time.
delete this. We gotta delete this live.
I got you. I'll just edit that part out, make it look like you were here the whole time. Plus this part
There
where
we
we're
go.
conspirating together.
Yeah, we're just marinating on the subject. It's just more time.
It'll be wild if I went to jail because like I was sitting here bullshit with you and they were like, no, it's all right there. You were obviously like in on it. Either way. This says finish that lyric. I don't love him, I don't chase him.
I replace him.
Oh. Deuce, you got one?
Oh, I'm gonna say, touch them.
Nice.
I say no. I duck him.
I duck him.
Oh,
okay.
That is, yeah.
Oh, it's mesmerized.
I duck him.
Yo,
Bills.
wrapping up blog era Jeopardy right now.
That was actually a Wiz Khalifa.
Rory,
That was a Wiz Khalifa bar.
Was it?
Yeah, that was a Wiz Khalifa bar.
That's interesting. And
Out
it was wild.
What song is that?
I don't love him. I'm chasing him. I'm ducking. I sound familiar.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely sounds familiar. That's
I
it.
think it's
We
Cushion
just,
I don't know.
OJ.
I'm not chasing my duck. I think it's
Yeah.
off cabin fever or something like that.
Yeah, it's Cushion OJ. I don't chase him, I duck him. Yeah, that fuck.
that was that. Yeah, we just had a Wiz Khalifa question, so that's cool.
looks like is the winner of today's contest.
Man, they're going to like
Rory.
I'm furious.
Rory, do you have anything to say in regards to today's game?
I mean, I've been illegally downloading for years to get to this place. My computer has every virus you could think of for me to get here today to win this Jeopardy. So you can thank my hard drive on my Dell.
And your
all this.
award for today is a $100 Karma card.
Oh gosh, how much diamond?
$100.
How much diamond supply can I get with that?
Yeah.
Now before we get out of here, I want to run across the table real quick. What's your favorite blog era
I'm
mixtape?
probably gonna go wild.
What was that?
Is it Karma Loot that fucking clothing shop or clothing website? I think it is.
I never heard of it. It must be. Yeah.
I used to get LRG from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna try to clarify what that is on here, right? We just let that
LRG,
slide.
just the jeans, baby, right?
Yeah, just a jacket and jeans, man. I'm just
Yeah.
It's
You
not
didn't
drugs.
order a fucking LMG like Call of Duty from the fucking pants store.
No, it's that new Gator garb. You know what I'm saying? If you catch my drift.
No, I feel that. By the way, this question that they're asking, I want you guys to think about this, and then we'll answer it for the people. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit as far as artists, but what was your favorite blog era mixtape? So they're about to ask them. I'll let y'all think about it. We can hear their answers. And
I'll tell you more about nothing. It's
Okay.
my favorite blog era.
Solid pick, Eric.
I'm gonna go Cushion OJ.
Okay, Maul.
Kendrick, Section 80.
Okay, and Jeff.
Rick Ross, Albert Anastasia.
Ooh, sleeper right there.
What about you, Lo?
That's a crazy.
I'm going with Dom Kennedy, the original Dom Kennedy.
Man,
One of my favorites.
Great mixtape.
So from Low Key, Eric, Jeff, Maul, Rory, the blog era Jeopardy game was a success.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us.
If you're gonna lose big.
Lose big, baby.
You're gonna lose big.
Yes.
Till next time. Cheers.
You fucking mixtapes.
Cushion OJ is fire. That was a fire mixtape. I'm glad he said, album mixtape, whatever the fuck you call it.
Mm-hmm. Cushion OJ is fire. Trying to think. Surprise. It's tough with the Lil Wayne
Hey,
chicks.
you know who's going crazy too? K Camp. I fucked with a lot of his mixtapes.
Live Love ASAP was a mixtape.
Yeah, that was fire too. That shit was crack. Some classics on there, man.
Definitely. And crazy influential. Mac Miller had crazy mixtapes. Macadelic. That shit was nuts.
Macadelic.
Kentheny, super fire.
Macadelic. Some of the beats on there. I think that was the one where it had like fucking.
On the Brink of Suicide was fire too.
Oh shit, yeah. He had what the fuck was it called? It was like something versus robots. I remember that.
Yeah, Alien vs. Robots with Lil Wayne.
Alien vs. Robots. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That shit's hard too.
Rest in peace to Mac Miller, man.
Rest in peace to Mac Miller for sure. Most definitely.
He was dope.
That's why, honestly, look, I'm not a Jack Harlow hater, but when he
man.
said that shit about being, he said he's the best white rapper since fucking Eminem. I did kind of have to feel a way on that. I'm like, that's fucking ludicrous.
Hell no.
Brother, Lil Peep is better than you. What are you talking about?
I fuck with that.
Yeah, but also don't say it in a way where it's like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of made it sound like Lil Peep wasn't him at the same time.
I mean, Peep is him, but I mean, Jack Harlow is Garbo. Mac Miller would shit on his chest if he was alive. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, fuck Selena Gomez, because you made that man, you know what I'm saying, swallow that goddamn oxys and shit. Fucking whore.
I don't think it was Selena Gomez.
No, not Selena Gomez. It was
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. No, Selena's got baby though. I'm sorry, mommy.
So you're talking about the one that that tortured Justin Bieber's soul.
Yeah. I mean, okay, yeah. So she could definitely die too, I guess. But
no, I'm kidding. Jesus, I was just fucking around, bro. But that's who she was with. She was with Justin Bieber, not.
Yeah, they were cute together. I mean, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they were beautiful.
I think he left her, but we're not gonna talk about that.
I thought they were really hot together. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
No, I'm just playing with you. I'm fucking around. I'm
spicy.
Yeah, no, they were cool. I mean, it's whatever. But yeah, Mac Miller, man, like.
What's up, Mike?
Not to draw it from like but yeah, I mean if we're gonna talk about like from a race perspective, it's like you got Mac Miller and then you definitely gotta say Post Malone over fucking Jack Harlow, right? No?
Yeah, I don't know. Post Malone though, he's kind of
maybe not.
Me. He's losing me with that. Because it's hard to put
even if he loses you now, what he did already happened.
It's hard to put him in a category, what I'm saying, because he just does what he wants.
Go.
You know, like I wouldn't consider him a rapper. It's you know, it's the thing with Drake. It's the same kind of thing with Drake. It's like the music they make, you can't just bracket it as rap.
Yeah, but you would argue that Drake is possibly the greatest of all time as far as hip hop or whatever, right?
You can. I think you can make a case for that more than you can Post Malone. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I feel like Post Malone, he whispers sweet nothings in my ear, you know.
Yeah, but we're not talking about greatest of all time. We're talking about best. We're talking about best white rapper, which is like pretty limited because there's usually like only like like.
So MGK doesn't get a nod. MGK.
Hell no.
MGK over Jack Harlow, I'd say probably not. But I mean, I think you might have an argument there.
Whoa.
That's what you're talking about. Why are you woeing me?
MGK not over Jack Harlow? What has Jack Harlow done?
Nah, no way.
Jack Harlow, okay, so look, his first album, the one where he's like signing the autographs in the car or whatever, his debut album or whatever, that was actually pretty nice. That album was straight. So I mean, like to act like that album wasn't straight.
I think we're giving.
Have you heard it?
I think
or are you
hating
on it?
We're giving him a lot of grace.
Have you heard it? Have you heard it?
I've heard it, man. It's pretty mid. It's pretty mid.
Okay, so what has MGK dropped that like was
Call me
great?
Steve-O.
That shit was fire.
There you go. That shit was fire, bro.
That was
the remixes went crazy too.
With Waka Flocka, yeah. No, Wild Boy was
Alpha
fire.
Omega was fire too.
At the time, I did fuck with Wild Boy. Was alright.
Like MGK has good singles. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Alpha Omega, is that a song?
Yeah, bro, that shit's fire. You can check that shit out.
You put me on to some shit. I've never even heard of Alpha Omega.
Bro, that shit was fire. I actually clicked on it randomly. I'm like, because he dropped it. You know how, iTunes would do like, the new music that just dropped in rap or whatever. So I was like, let me check out what this fucking dude putting out. Because I literally thought it was gonna be trash when I played it. I'm like, no shit. I'm like, it's actually pretty hard.
You're talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is a song. This is an individual song. I'm looking it up right now.
It is a song. It's a
Okay,
song by
share.
MGK.
Yeah,
It's pretty
This thing's
decent.
crazy, bro. Woo.
Let me see if I can share. We'll go to.
I mean, I don't know. Jack Harlow is. I don't know. Maybe I need to tune in. I know he's got.
Yeah, I think you might need to. You might need to
songs that
tune in.
slap, you know.
You might need to.
That's Joey
You might
Porter,
need to
brother.
update.
That's Joey Porter.
No, I know. I just had to pull up a screen.
I was like, that's not MGK.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Can y'all hear me fine, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure because I kind of could hear a little bit on my end. All right, so yeah. Oh my God, you remember the lace up shit?
Oh hell yeah, fire!
I forgot. He used to, I forgot he used to hit it with the lace up.
Man, it's crazy. Yeah, that lace up thing was interesting.
That's
How he
actually one of
didn't
my
get,
favorite
in
projects of
trouble
his.
for, telling people to be drugs.
This shit actually went kind of hard. Like, to be honest. Oh, there it is. The crown jewel. Call me Steve. Oh.
Isn't I don't want to dox anybody, but I'm pretty sure you guys will know who I'm talking about. Yeah, isn't someone cousins with MGK at our school? Some girl.
Oh,
I think Denzel would know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's Bailey.
There. Well, okay.
Well, you're okay. So you're good now, but probably thankfully, you know what I'm saying. I'm going to talk over you now because I think you're saying a person's first and last name after he just led you into the question by saying, "I don't want to dox anybody."
Definitely butchered it.
Okay, you sound like a robot, brother. Does anybody else hear that?
It actually
I'm
does sound like
good.
a robot a little bit.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, brother, let me get back on that.
Yeah, you might need to get on some Wi-Fi or whatever. I'm not sure. Try to figure that out. You're cutting out a little bit.
Am I here?
Maybe check your modem. You're frozen. I could hear you, but yep.
He's out.
He's out. All right. Well, he may be back, but just to round this out, the Lace Up was his debut album, and I don't know. How'd you feel about this, Spooks? You're kind of, you know what I mean. I could tell you don't seem like a believer in oh my God, the Alpha Omega tour. This man Denzel actually is a fucking huge fan. He actually knew the shit.
To the song, it's just like I didn't know the album was called that, but the song.
I just asked you a question, brother. I didn't mean to actually ask you that.
That was beautiful.
But
Yeah,
no,
brother.
I didn't even realize you were back in here. I was actually looking on the Wikipedia screen and it said Alpha Omega Tour, and I just died. It's hilarious to me.
Yeah,
but I'm saluting you because you actually, you're not bullshitting. So that I'm actually saluting you. Like you're not like you actually.
MGK, like man, he's just not consistent, man. You know, he's just not consistent. But he puts out some slaps that it's like, okay, let's get some more of this. You know, but then when you listen to his rock music's for like, you know, the punk rock, you know, alternative, whatever it is. I mean, it's actually pretty good. He's more consistent there, so it's like he needs to just stay doing that.
It probably isn't good, but let's hear your opinion on the Spoo real quick. So I was asking you what's your opinion on MGK and your experience with his music?
He just, I don't know. I don't really have much opinions on him. I don't really listen to anything that he has said. I mean, I've seen him actually. It's crazy because I actually did see him at what was it? What is
Wild Splash?
No, is that what it is? Yeah. I did see him at
Wild
Wild
Splash.
Splash. I think he was there with Wiz. Or somebody was there with Wiz, but I was there at both.
That
of them.
year was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was really good. And the crazy part is I actually was with somebody and they felt sick, so they wanted to go home like a little baby bitch. And then I missed Wiz Khalifa. But anyways, so I did see him. He was a fun performer. Like it was live, but I just I don't know. His music is kind of mediocre.
Okay, I will say, like to your point, Deuce, when you said like that he can, I don't know, you said something about he can rap or something. Bill sent in the group chat the other day a freestyle, quote unquote, from him and Corday, and he was spazzing. I honestly felt like he had the better verse between the two. So he did, and I mean that's where, at least when I first started listening to MGK, which I think I actually was on to MGK before the Lace Up shit. I think he had like some mixtapes that I was listening to previous to that. I kind of want to jog my memory on that.
There was one instance. I'm not even gonna lie. I wasn't even gonna tell this, but
yeah,
I was listening in the car with Trone one time.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, bro, who the fuck is this? And when he said MGK, I swear to God, I didn't even like the shit no more. I was just like, just because he said MGK, I'm like, oh man, damn, bro, I don't even like this shit no fucking. But it was hot. I was like, damn, bro, who the fuck is this? And he's like, MGK. I'm like, oh damn, dog. Like, what the got me, bro?
You're like, goddamn, I'm one of them now.
Yeah, I'm one of them, bro. You converted me. It's like a zombie bot, bro. I'm infected.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
So I have it up on the screen right now. Yeah, this shit right here. I was listening to MGK around this time with Homecoming, I think I remember, but definitely 100 Words and Running. And his real whole gimmick was that he was like a super talented MC.
Yeah, because Chip Off the Block was the first song I heard by him, and he was spitting crazy.
Yeah. So it's like that was really where he came from. I remember like he used to talk some shit, be like, I'm the only white boy who ever won, in Apollo or whatever. So like his shit was really like kind of like standing on his lyricism and his being an MC. So it's interesting to see where he's at now, where like what Deuce was saying, he's literally doing rock music. So
because that fucking lame shit he was doing, you know what I'm saying, when he started trying to go fucking, mainstream, just wasn't sticking. So he needed to put out some albums that actually sold.
Would that be a culture vulture? If he's able to switch and maneuver that quickly like that and do that kind of 180?
Well, you would say that about Post Malone then too, though.
I would probably agree, honestly. Even though Post Malone is a tad bit like artistic vibe into it, there still is a lot of like switching up from the hip hop vibe. So
Post Malone definitely is more artistic. I would agree with that too.
Well, and also I'm not as familiar with MGK's rock music, so you would have to let us know, you being the MGK fan of the group.
It's more like Ocean.
Why does it sound like an insult? I'm not even trying to say that's an insult. But
you're the MGK guy.
You're the
And not Linkin Park. Yeah, it's a Linkin Park type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
I fucking love Linkin Park, man.
All Out Boy type shit.
So here, real quick, this is my pushback on that then. With Post Malone, even with him doing like maybe like crossing into more rock or like pop kind of sounds, it sounds like very rooted in like hip hop music. You feel what I'm saying? He's still featuring hip hop artists. Where MGK, his image, a lot of it is completely going away from hip hop. If you don't know him from that, that's why. But I am conceding I'm not familiar with the music, so maybe in the music it is still the same way. When I listen to Post Malone's more poppy shit, at the same time it still kind of sounds like the sing-songy kind of like hip hop.
MGK sounds like that Green Day shit, like the boy band shit.
Okay, so he went super in that direction. So I
definitely.
Yeah, I don't know if it's as fair to make that comparison then, because even though I feel like Post Malone integrates those other sounds into his hip hop music, doesn't leave hip hop, and then you know what I mean. He just is open about his influences elsewhere, and then integrates it into his hip hop music. But I would still even consider him a hip hop artist, to be honest. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. But I also have, by the way, I have this on the screen, the Differenter gang. Travis Porter and MGK mixtape.
Oh, Travis Porter, that was a good one, bro.
Yeah, Travis Porter legends. Anytime I get a chance to bring them up, I saw this on his what's it called? His Wikipedia, so I had to go ahead and pull it up. But yeah,
the name when he said "rep the fufu" or something like that, there's a video of them in the back of a car. That's actually where Jason and I sort of got the Spoo name from or whatever. That, and also because we were talking about Boosie and them, but Travis Porter was one of them that had that same side of vibe that we went into.
Travis Porter put Atlanta music.
Putting
Atlanta music
with Waka, dude, bro. That era was that was the Wild Splash era.
Like you had also D4L and fucking what's the other little fucking like strip club group? There was just a bunch. But Travis Porter was like one of the main groups that really put that stripper scene on like mainstream music. Like
that's what music was about, like dancing and shit. That was so fun.
If I had to say, the only person that came before Travis Porter would be like Lil Jon and Yang Yang Twins. It seems like they really had a huge emphasis from Atlanta being like on booty and strippers and stuff. Yeah, but Travis Porter certainly had like that style with it as well.
Well, crunk music in general, there's a lot of crunk music that was based in Atlanta. So to your point, like the Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, yeah, they were definitely they predated what we're talking about with like Travis Porter and them. And then you also have like Ludacris at that time putting on for
Really
Atlanta.
big on strippers.
You know how that's how a lot of people get on with their music is like they get on like fucking with strippers, and the strippers will make sure the songs get played in the club and shit.
Girls really do have good playlists.
Whoa, who the fuck is Corky Lee?
Well, shit, some of these motherfuckers just be getting their shit played until they do come out with a good song, and then they blow up. They just go in fucking throwing enough money, then bitches will play the music.
So yeah, by the way, initially we were talking about Jack Harlow and MGK, and we were kind of like on that, but probably the last hip hop album, so like album you can consider hip hop from outside perspective for me would be this right here, General Admission for him, and that's really where he was crossing over into like a more poppy kind of. Oh, this right here has your song on it, Alpha Omega, brother.
Feels like his last rap song was like that kill shot thing at Eminem. I feel like he took like a break. I don't know. It feels like that was his last song.
And those were fire too. Those disses were fire. People were
both
hating.
of them were
I'm
actually
like,
pretty good. I like them.
I'm like, I don't know why people are hating on this nigga for these disses. They're actually fucking pretty good. Like he's actually put out like for lyricism.
Wasn't he the one that said the weird beard line in his shit where he's like, your beard is weird?
Well, he was mocking you. He was mocking
Eminem, bro.
That, though.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was just like, I don't know. I really wasn't impressed by MGK's diss, to be real.
I mean,
feel like he could have done better.
Flow and he killed it, dude.
It was just
stole the man's
fun.
flowing. Like,
it was really fun, man. It was a fun time in that era, seeing the beef, and like I liked it for what it was. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a drill hip hop, like drill music type beef.
Lyricist shit.
Yeah, it was cool. I don't know. I liked it.
And they're heavyweights, dude. They're the way they people don't rap like them. Like they're one of a kind too. You know.
You're saying Machine Gun Kelly is one of a kind?
Yeah, and Eminem, they rap the same to me. Like he's literally like an Eminem.
Well, then by what you just said, literally is the opposite of one of a kind.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's a disciple of Eminem, and they rap like very similar. So it's cool to see like the master and then the student going head to head like that. You know what I mean? And honestly, Eminem. You know, his one diss was good, but then the other one I felt like was kind of, caca. It was kind of caca,
Okay. No, I feel it. So this right here, that's what they all say. This album from Jack Harlow. Are you familiar with this, Deuce?
What is it?
That's what they all say. I have it on the screen right now, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh, do I not? I don't.
I should have just said no anyway, because I don't know any of his albums. So yeah, no.
Oh, okay. So you're just talking out your ass. Got it.
Yeah, just gonna say
so yeah, he's got some fire on here. I think he's got an ESTG song. Oh yeah, Route 66.
Probably sucks.
That's the only Jack Harlow song I like.
Oh, you don't like the Tyler Hero song about being a cool white person?
Oh, what?
No, I don't remember how it goes, but the whole thing.
Cool white person. I was cool before Jack Harlow.
Literally, the hook is something like pull up looking like fucking Tyler Hero in some fucking way, and Tyler Hero's fucking helping him on his fucking jump shot shit. Way Out with Big Sean. This album was straight, to be honest. I mean, like it wasn't like super memorable. That's why I probably would say it's arguable between him and MGK. But I think that Jack Harlow has done what he's needed to do to make it arguable in his defense as well. Like I said, this album's pretty well received. So 4.5.
MGK might have the more popularity type of thing going on, and like maybe a little bit more song stuff. But I think Jack Harlow is more true to what I believe hip hop sounds like or is, or whatever the case may be. I know that might be weird or biased, but he just sounds more hip hop than what MGK sounds like. He's maybe, I don't want to say trying. That's like a weird way of saying it, but Jack Harlow doesn't seem like he's like putting on a facade. Maybe is a good way.
No, you're right. I fuck with it.
Jack Harlow's second song on this album, Young Harleezy, for example.
I like this Gina Iko song, whatever that one song that's always on the radio. I liked it the first couple of times.
Yeah, I don't see it on here. I'm not familiar with it, but I mean, like Jack Harlow really doesn't like necessarily offend me whenever. Like I heard this Nail Tech song when it first came out. I heard, let me see here, First Class, the Fergie shit, where they're flipping the fucking the Fergie fucking
First
sample.
Class.
Yeah,
I like that one too.
The Churchill Downs with Drake, definitely heard that. So I mean, I'm just not as into the music independently, but yeah, I mean, there's some quality here. He definitely, and I mean, yeah, that's the song that he has with Drake where they're at the fucking like Kentucky Derby and shit. And then he just released this shit right here, Jackman. It's just a funny ass name. Jackman. So yeah, not as highly rated, but I actually haven't heard this album yet. Looks like according to this, there's no features. So that'd be interesting. Check it out. To hear him hold down an album completely on his own. Let's go ahead. Let's get back into this blog video right here. Finish this out, and then we'll be vibing.
We'll be wetter than sweater. The Blog Era, the podcast, is available streaming everywhere. We've taken this is a
in maybe 7 or 8 years. I mean, and I forgot how uncomfortable they fucking are.
You haven't worn Jordans in 7 years?
Probably, yeah.
The guys,
the best.
That's very particular.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
guys have this on. You could, other
is black.
Yeah, they were just chilling. All right, so that was cool.
Yeah,
I'd definitely be down to do some more shit like that. Bills, I want to get with. Well, I mean, I want to get with any of you guys, but this is stuff that we spoke about recently. I definitely want to do some like verses on here, and go head to head with an artist that we feel strongly about, and argue who's better. That's definitely something I can get behind. So, just let me know if there's any
I'm picking Chief Keef for every artist you pick.
Yeah, I'd love to do one.
I'm picking Chief Keef.
Yeah, we'll just have to figure out. We'll have to figure out as far as like with Chief Keef what the verses would be. You know what I'm saying? Like most maybe influential. I don't know. So I mean, for me to pick a person to go head up with you against Chief Keef, we have to figure out like a criteria. What are we trying to? You're just saying Chief Keef, regardless of that.
Yeah, lyrical rapper, trap rapper. I'm picking Chief Keef.
Most lyrical rapper of all time could be Chief Keef.
Chief Keef.
Well, speaking of which, somebody that definitely was influenced by Chief Keef, I think that's fair to say. We're going to do a little reaction here to the new BLP KOSHER track. I think this track's called Castle.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, this is already listened to 5 times.
Brother, that's not how we do reactions, Bills. Come on, man.
No, I just still react to it. I gotta understand what he's saying.
I feel it. All right, yeah, let's get into it. This is BLP KOSHER, Castle, Sit and Politic live with us. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, okay. So fucking Game of Thrones shit.
KOSHER.
Hey, I'm at the Planet Fitness, feel like Rick Ross. Shout out to all the pair, might be smoke, I told him sit on it. His ass broke the chair. They were sarcastic, told me to break a leg, but I don't care. They were sarcastic, told me to break a leg. Kevin Ware, bad bitches eat seafood. I bought a calamari, hop up in the yo, I'm in the booth. I had to call Amari, tomfoolery. Don't throw a penny, you'll be extremely sorry. He did a drive-by, his ass lying. Country safari. I will retreat, and that's a whole lot of guns. If she hop up in the whip, she'll be a whole lot of fun. She gon' make that ass clap, I'm talking hot cross buns. We got every lick back, I'm talking long lost funds. I got bars like Lorraine, but I still tongue flame. I overcame the obstacles and never once did I complain. They was hating on my name, now they wanna be Dreidel gang. I let this chopper eat, I named it Anthony Bourdain. Cutting up, but I ain't emo, 40s hot jalapeno. Them boys corny, you play them new Lays, Fritos, fake, incognito. Got the keys and key logo. I'm in Tampa, not a hoe, scream my name, Sean Malto. I ain't shooting up no house, jit, I'm running through a castle. That's a bag on your head, tell the ops to start a raffle. I'll point and flash at him, and even he won't grab an apple.
Yeah,
he ain't made the right decision when he heard that thing rattle. They say kill a fuck, go hit her with no Jimmy, I ain't evil though.
You wanna run it back?
Hey, that's a fucking bar. That nigga said I'm not running in the crib because I'm running in the castle. I put the bag on your head, something. Yeah, that's a.
If they had the ops do a raffle. Oh,
God damn.
That's a bag on your head, tell the ops to start a raffle. I'll point flash at him, and even he won't grab an apple. He ain't make the right decision when he heard that thing rattle. They say Kim a fuck, go hit her with no Jimmy. I ain't evil though. The truth is I don't stoop down to a level if it's down below. I'm getting rich, but I still keep a rod. He got expensive holes, and I'm on beat riding the metro rail. I call it metronome. When you go up, they try to shoot you. You got money, you got clout, they salute you. Booty shaking ops in a tutu. I upped it on him, he got quick feet, I left a mark. Sushi, I'm at the Planet Fitness, feel like Rick Ross. Shout out to all the pair, might be smoke, I told him sit on it. His ass broke the chair. They were sarcastic, told me to break a leg, but I don't care. They were sarcastic, told me to break a leg. Kevin Ware, bad bitches eat seafood. I bought a calamari, hop up in the yo, I'm in the booth. I had to call Amari, tomfoolery. Don't throw a penny, you'll be extremely sorry. He did a drive-by, his ass lying, country safari.
You said what?
Look at his little skateboarding dance where he's like kicking the board. Watch, he's like on the little step doing it right there.
Oh,
Look at that. That's kind of crazy.
Hop on TikTok with it, brother. Make it go crazy.
Up in the yo, I'm in the booth. I had to call Amari, tomfoolery. Don't throw a penny, you'll be extremely sorry. He did a drive-by, his ass lying, country safari.
Did you see the hat on the fucking dragon?
Yeah, that he be sliding, boy. He be sliding. God, he got bars.
Yeah, no, he went crazy. That was BLP Kosher, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Funny bars.
When you see this, bro, shout out to you, homie.
But it's not even really funny
fuck with
bars. Like, dog, it's like this dude be fucking. Like, he be saying some shit though.
definitely. There's some funny, there's some comedy involved. 'Cause, I mean, he does use like word like tomfoolery and shit like that. He uses wild words.
He said when I turn on the flash, he won't grab an apple. What is that? That's off of like a Disney movie, isn't it? It's like a scene, I think, or something.
Bro, like his bars are just next level. Like, if you
Is he from Cali?
Know,
nah, he's
from
Boca.
He's from Florida, man. Boca rapper. Need to go down there and look up with the kid. BLP Kosher.
Yeah, bro, that'd be fire.
Kosher, you know what I'm saying? Like Sweet Bay.
How do you feel about it, Spoo? Are you not as familiar with him?
No, I've never heard of him. He goes hard though. I like his style. He goes crazy.
Yeah,
His
a lot
flow
of his
is like it's not a Florida flow though. Like his flow is like he's got like a Cali flow to it.
Yeah, it reminded me of like
Cali
Draco
flow.
for some reason. Maybe because of the words like the way he said "I'm gonna shoot you," like kind of like just like
His
ended
crazy
it in like weird
vocabulary,
words.
for sure. I can feel that.
Yeah. He
It's
I
hard,
mean, if anything, the beats kind of, but I mean, it does remind me. It sounds like a Florida sound to me, but it kind of reminds me of, I guess, like drill shit. So like that specifically reminded me of a lot of like some Detroit drill. I was actually going to compliment him as far as like I think he's one of the rappers. If you did want to like put him in that box of like drill rap, that his hooks are still really good. You know, a lot of times those drill rappers, they'll either just rap straight through the whole beat, which is fire, I love that, or sometimes the hooks just don't hit right because that's just not what they're really aiming to do. But BLP Kosher, almost every time his hook is something that just like sticks in my head. So yeah, and by the way, I wanted to say, Spoo, with him, a lot of his imagery and like branding is around him being Jewish. So like he's got the big ass like wicks on the side of his head. That's supposed to be like the
Now that
Jewish
you
lock.
say it like that, that shit is actually stupid funny, bro. That this has fucking
You rep that shit hard, boy. Rep that shit hard.
Yeah, did you hear him rep Dreidel Gang? Dreidel Gang or Don't Bang?
Not hear that at all. Oh yeah, I did see a dreidel though. Now that I think about it, I'm like, hang on, wait.
Yeah,
now that
man,
I think about it, there was a dreidel in that motherfucker.
He was definitely repping.
Him and the dragon were wearing the Amish hat type shit.
The fucking. I heard Theo Vaughn call that a hair wallet once. I'll never forget.
Oh my god! What?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that shit was super funny, bro.
Well, let's go ahead and just before we hop off here, if we're gonna do one thing, we're gonna go ahead and correct that. What's the Jewish hat called?
yarmulke,
no? Jesus Christ!
A kippah.
Yeah, kippah. Nah, yarmulke is the little crown thing, but
oh, okay.
Okay, also fire. Also fire.
I'm not calling it a keeper. I'm sorry. It's a yarmulke.
Well, shout out to them either way. Shout out to them in trend setting. But yeah, no, that was BLP, man. Shout out to him. That was a little breakdown with us. Yeah, what's up?
Bro, I just fucking realized he said serve the cracker cornstarch because I don't fuck with Ye.
This man's pulling some shit from another song.
But I just realized fucking Kanye's on his little rants. Oh, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, that shit was wild. And also make sure you just support, like, share, subscribe, show some love. Go find us all on social media, and we're out.